We are back, finally, after 4 months and one Zoom meeting with a watermark over. We are back, finally. We're back in uni, we're back in the podcast studio, and we are here to stay. You will get consistent uploads every week, finally. I know you've been waiting. I know some of you have had sleepless nights wondering if the podcast will ever return, but we are back. And
all
we're
42
back,
of you.
And better than ever.
Thank you so much.
And today we haven't got an exact topic because it's been too long. We're just going to have a chat. We're just going to have a chat about our teams, our clubs, what's happened, etc. We just get straight into it.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
So last year we always start with legs, but this year we're going to start with Thomas. Thomas, you're a Newcastle fan. Talk to us. How's the season been so far for you?
It's quite hard to sum up, to be honest. I've seen a lot of our fans complain, like saying it's underwhelming because we haven't really picked up that many points. We only got one win after how many games we played? 8, is it now?
Yeah,
seven or eight. And it was against Forest.
Did you play last weekend? Because we didn't. Because we're in 6, you were in 7.
Yeah, we played. I went.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, because of the
You're
policing
on
thing on this.
yeah.
Some teams didn't play.
I can't remember. Yeah.
You're in 7. You're in 7.
Yeah. So we played 7 games.
8 and then you're lot 7.
Yeah. We played.
I think you're on 8. I think.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Yeah, we
Eight
played
and
Bournemouth that
seven,
weekend. Yeah.
It's game week 9 this week.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've not had the best start, but it hasn't been bad by any means. I think there's a bit of an overreaction on Twitter. I think the signs are there that we're going to have a good season. Nothing incredible, nothing like Europe, or I'm definitely not going to get relegated.
No, you won't even finish.
You're close to Europe.
Yeah, you won't finish even bottom
no,
12. No,
yeah.
you'll definitely get top half, 100%.
I'm happy with the way we're playing. I think the system we've got in place is very, very good, especially with the signing of Isaac, who was an unbelievable
what a signing.
signing.
Yeah.
It does look good. Yeah.
Especially with his goal against Liverpool. That was just an
I still think that's an incredible signing. That's a big move signing. That's a big club signing.
It's another statement
It's a
signing.
statement one, yeah.
Because it would have been good.
statement.
It would have been good if Arsenal signed him. It would have been good if Weeds signed him. But the fact that you sign him, like with all this money now, you're moving.
Shows
like a
where you
good
want to
club.
be,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
it's what's the word? Like it's
In statement of intent, that's what it is.
yeah, intent. Yeah,
statement of
you've got a
intent,
direction that you want to
We've
go.
now
in.
made like three. Wait, if you count Trippier as a statement sign, but I don't really. We've made 3 or 4 statement signings.
Botman and
already.
Isaac,
Yeah,
definitely.
and then Guimaraes.
Guimaraes,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we have made a lot of insane. So, this time last year, I saw our back 5 against United. It was Manquillo, Murphy,
Oh god.
Still won, though.
Fernandez,
It
Clark.
was 1-1, wasn't it? No,
Against you, we lost 4-1. It's
If
Ronaldo's
that line
debut.
started with
Oh,
Championship, you
yeah,
wouldn't bat an
yeah.
eyelid, would you? You wouldn't bat an eyelid.
No,
It was 2 seasons ago, was it not?
No, it was last season.
That was last season, yeah.
Yeah.
Or 4-1?
Ronaldo's debut was last season.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Oh, yeah, at Old Trafford. I'm
Yeah.
thinking of the one at St James's Park.
Yeah.
And
With
then
some
Woodman in
Maxman,
goal and stuff like that.
Terror,
It's
Dallo.
just- Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we haven't. We've started all right. It's just not the. I would have liked a lot more points. Obviously, we're always going to say that. There's a few games like Palace at home, Bournemouth at home, where you think we should be winning those. So
Yeah.
we're not, but it's not worrying. We're not losing them, which is the most important thing. We have had a lot of tough games like Liverpool away, which I don't want to talk about.
Still,
And then City at home, which was a really good game. I think
Yeah.
it's the best we've played in a long, long
Yeah,
time.
it was.
I think Liverpool away was a great game because it was a draw was probably deserved. I
Yeah.
think Isaac's offside. I mean, Isaac getting a goal was incredible against Liverpool. He could have
Good
got
goal
2,
as well.
and his second goal was even better, even though it didn't
Yeah.
count.
Yeah.
And it's a tough offside call as well. He's
Oh,
about
yeah.
an inch
I
offside.
reckon if the linesman didn't call it, I think the goal might have been given. Because
Yeah.
the linesman originally called it, and the linesman never called
It's like
it.
if the referee gives a penalty, it's always going to be a penalty. It's going to be very difficult for it to be overturned.
Yeah.
But it's one of them ones. If the linesman calls it after, it's always kind of going to be offside.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm happy with our performances so far. I think tomorrow's a big game for us because we've got a lot of our players coming back. Like Wilson's back and Guimaraes is back
Big
properly.
So Maximin going to make it.
It's touch and go apparently.
And
I
then
don't know.
Isaacs.
He's been quality for you this season,
Oh
so
yeah, I've been
Maximan.
very, very impressed.
He's been
Yeah.
really, really
Because I
good.
used to hate him, to be honest.
He gives him,
We know.
He gives him Maximan many multiple slanders on
He
this.
deserved it though. He did it.
Yeah,
this
he
time.
did.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
kick him out of the
Yeah.
match fees for like no reason.
Yeah, well, it's
He
because
did
he's
a step
completed
over.
2 dribbles.
Yeah.
something like that.
Not
He
like
looks
one
more
defender.
bothered now, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
looks
Well, it's just
hard
because
now.
he's realised that the project is going somewhere now.
Yeah, I think he realizes that there's other superstars because
Yeah.
I think at one point he thought I'm the only superstar.
Oh,
He
yeah.
felt like a big fish in a small pond.
With his
yeah,
Gucci
now
headband and his-
now he knows he's not
Yeah,
only
he
one of
probably
the superstars.
realized. I think he realizes now that if he don't perform, they can just replace him.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
the thing that's helping him now is he's getting a lot more space because when teams would come against us, if same Maximin was starting, they'd put 4 on him. And
Oh, he was
he'd have
isolated.
absolutely
Yeah,
no
he
chance.
was isolated every
But
game.
now he's
yeah.
got like other teams got to worry about Isaac, Guimaraes, Jolinson, I was going to say Almiron.
You've got other threats now. haven't you?
Yeah.
Almiron's a shout for being one of the worst players in the league.
He's in the relegation zone for the
Yeah,
worst
he
player
is.
in the league.
100%.
Yeah,
He's
he
in there
is.
with Pereira, Cenk Dawson.
Next one, Andre Gomez.
Yeah.
In the golden seat.
Scott McTominay, but Scott McTominay's on
Oh,
the
come
rise.
on, mate.
He's on the rise, on the
Come
rise.
on, come
No, he'll do a lot for him, really forgive him.
McTominay's 16th now, isn't he? In the table. He's no longer
Yeah.
relegation
Yeah, he's
zone.
all
He's
right.
just clambered out. He's alright.
Yeah, Rondon's in there as well.
Oh, don't talk.
Survived on the last day.
Please stop talking about what I don't want to talk about.
Oh, but yeah.
I am happy with the season though. So well, happy is a bit of a stretch, but not unhappy. So I'm all right. But like I say, steady season. You won't be hearing much from us this season. I don't think. Maybe a cup run, but just steady
It's a
performances.
season. It's a transition, isn't
Exactly.
it? You're
Next
in,
season's
you're in
where
that
I
season,
want
aren't you?
to
If
be.
you get like 12th, you'd be happy, wouldn't you?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
next season's when you kick
Yeah.
out.
Well, I
Where-
want top 10 ideally, but
Where
12
did you
not.
predict you to finish, like 8th or 9th?
I think I said 8.
I think you said 8th.
Do you reckon this will get it?
Yeah, I
There's
think
definitely a chance.
I think the quality of the Premier League this year is not as good as it was last year. I think there's like West Ham are 17th.
Yeah,
And
Wolves
I
are
think some of the teams
16th.
we were predicting, I think we had like Villa 4 up there. I mean, I was adamant Villa wouldn't do as well as everyone thought they would.
Yeah, Villa.
But no one expected Villa to do as
Gerrard's
badly.
not
No one
good,
expected
Gerrard.
West Ham to do as badly.
Yeah, there's
Make
a lot
it
of teams
up
West Ham
underperforming
on a
this
shock,
year.
aren't they?
Yeah.
I think Europe is there for anyone, honestly.
Make it
Like,
up
I think
Saudi
Brighton,
Arabia.
Brighton have a big
Yeah.
chance at
If
Europe,
we-
depending on
yeah.
how well the Serbia does
Brighton
when
will
he comes in.
drop. Brighton will drop, but I think they'll still be good. But I don't think they'll be
Mid-tables.
They'll finish.
Yeah.
I think
Get
they'll finish
another-
top half 10th.
I think
Get another like 1 or 2
If we-
players in January.
If we sign a winger in January,
Yeah.
I'd back us getting Europe. 'cause
Who do you
that's the-
want? Anyone you do? Anyone?
Well, ideally Moussa Diallo, but that's never going to happen.
No, yeah.
Michele
He's just above where you need to
Yeah.
be. You know.
Michele, wherever his
Right
name
back.
is. Oh, is he right back? No, who's the boy that you wanted last summer?
Oh, the PSV guy. What's his name?
Yeah, what's his
Oh,
name?
Madueke.
Madueke.
Not
Injury
Madueke,
prone,
yeah.
too
Madueke.
He is very injury prone. He's good.
I don't really know who else.
He's
there is
class,
out
actually.
there.
I
That
don't know.
Chukwueze we were linked with would be good.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'd be throwing all my money at Gakpo. Apparently we were in the.
Yeah,
I think. Apparently,
All Southampton in year one.
yeah,
And-
I think
and
we're
Leeds.
going to get
And
him.
Leeds, yeah.
I think if it comes down to, it, I think we'll get him. But I would be throwing a lot of
Well, Southampton were literally
Gakpo.
like a second away
No,
from signing.
But so were
Leeds
Leeds, and then
agreed deal.
but since then Gakpo's come out and said I was never going to go.
Yeah.
He wants a Premier League move, but he said on deadline he was never going
Imagine
to
if
go.
he made a Premier League move, went to
Leeds.
Southampton.
Yeah, he's got the most goal
They do-
contributions in Europe right
They
now.
do make
hasn't he?
weird sounds like that, don't they?
Yeah, but like
that
Southampton-
Bella too good for them. But
Yes,
I know that
he
everyone
is
knew it.
He's
well
brilliant.
But if people
Bella
watch the
brilliant.
Bundesliga, he was good enough to go
The
to like
Bundesliga
a...
isn't rated highly enough.
No, it's not.
It's not. There's still a lot. It's not obviously not a good. Well, it's a good league, but it's not like an amazing league.
It's not what you need to
You know,
worry
Mr.
about
Diallo from
signing
there.
for.
Mr. Diallo from
Well,
there,
he's
yeah.
just a top talent, but I think
Yeah.
he'll probably end up going PSG because everyone does.
Yeah.
I would like Madison, but he seems to think that's never going to happen. But I'm very confident we could definitely get him next summer.
Yeah.
'Cause his contract's running out. He's not
I
going to sign a
think
new
you'd have a
contract, is he?
serious midfield if you got Madison.
If we, yeah, Bruno, Jolinton, and Madison.
That'd be
The balance is good as well.
I know
That
it's
is
the next
incredible
one.
balance,
January,
yeah.
no.
January maybe not, but he's not going to sign a new contract, is he?
Well, it
And then
depends how
next
Leicester
year-
are doing
It
in January.
depends. It depends on
I
how.
still
the
think he is
season
going to
finishes.
though.
If I
don't
if
think he can.
if you didn't get Madison, I'd be going all out for Tielemans. Totally different players. I get that, but still, I think Tielemans is a great
Tielemans,
option.
Tielemans-
He's not going to sign a new contract at the end of the season.
No,
if you're going to get him in
that's not.
January again for cheap, I hope we get him.
I would like Tielemans,
You'd rather just take one and free at the end.
but I
of the
don't
year.
think Tielemans has got the right attitude that we are looking for.
He's a little bit lazy off the ball,
Yeah,
but I think on
we
the ball
are-
his technical ability is ridiculously good.
We have like an attitude persona that we try and fit,
Yeah.
and like it's been kept to very well in the transfer windows. And if we sign Tielemans, it'll be a bit away from that. It won't really match what we've already signed.
I think with Tielemans, he's working in a midfield at the minute that isn't the most hard working midfield. I think you put him around Joe.
Especially when it's not getting deep.
Yeah,
as well.
Bruno.
That takes a lot of
Yeah,
energy
Bruno
out of it.
Guimaraes.
Yeah,
I
but we
think
don't have
maybe
to
with
make
players.
up for it.
You know,
Yeah,
you
he's-
talk about
he's
product of your own
literally playing with-
environment.
He's playing
Yeah.
with
Players
Dewsbury
around you.
Hall who literally just run for 90
Yeah.
minutes.
I'd rather
You don't
have
have
Dewsbury
to do the
That's
running.
what I mean. You're
Yeah.
you can afford luxury.
He's going to be
Yeah.
such a talent.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Dewsbury Hall's going to be.
Yeah, Dewsbury Hall is good,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm taking Dewsbury Hall.
Javi or Dewsbury Hall? I'm going to go
Yeah.
Dewsbury Hall. You know, he's done it in England. Javi never rated it in England. So, yeah, I'm going to go Dewsbury Hall.
Guess who
He's
that was in
bad,
the
he
comments?
is.
Yeah, Gary Bonhor, you are bad.
Yeah,
No, I don't want to see his face.
Should be banned from everywhere. You're
But
wrong,
Talksport are incredibly smart because
They know what
Yeah,
they do.
they
know
don't
what
they
they're
don't
doing.
employ
They know
pundits.
what
They
they're
don't
doing.
they don't
They create
employ pundits.
I
That
was
are
I
going
was
to
listening to something from someone who was there on a podcast, and apparently when you go onto Talksport,
They tell you what to say.
Yeah,
Remember, we were told that last
Yeah.
year. Remember, Colin came in and
yeah,
said,
you get
Yeah.
given something to argue.
even if you don't believe it, you're
Yeah,
told to
you
argue
have
it.
to. Obviously, you get faith and stuff, but
No, it's smart marketing, isn't it?
But I genuinely think
It's a
Gabriel
bad way to go
Bonhor-
about it.
Bonhor isn't told. He genuinely thinks that.
oh, he's just thick, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's just.
It's
Thick.
just a bit of a numpty.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you all best and worst player. So, Thomas, I'll start with you. Best and worst.
player.
You can give us a top three if you want to.
Top three. Okay, top three sounds good.
Yeah.
These are in no particular order because I can't really put someone as number one.
Right.
Saint Maximin,
Mm-hmm.
Botman, who's been severely underrated by fan base at the moment.
He's finding it hard to start though, Botman, isn't he?
Yeah,
For
because
some reason.
Newcastle fans don't want to start, do they? Weird.
I put out numerous tweets that said I don't get it because like predicted lineups always like we'll have Shah and Burn. I'm like, why Shah and Burn? We've literally got Botman. We've got Botman.
Yeah, what have you signed him for? To not play it?
Yeah, 35. We've gone after him for 6 months not to play him. Yeah, it makes sense, that, like.
It was like Byrne was signed because you couldn't get Botman at that time. That's why you signed Byrne. So it's weird that Botman isn't.
Yeah, but he's not too good to drop.
Byrne's great. Yeah,
he's not too good to not replace, is it?
Yeah, Byrne's brilliant rotation and he's versatile as well.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
He can play fullback as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So he's a good option to have on the bench.
Against City and he was brilliant.
Yeah. He was
something different, isn't he? You know,
But
players don't want to play against
I love Botman. I don't think anyone else, a Newcastle fan, would put him in their top 3 players this season. But he hasn't lost to Jewel this season, I don't think. Or I saw a stat a couple of weeks ago that he hadn't.
I think I don't wish so.
He's brought something to us that we've never had before. He plays in between the lines so well. Like he brings a link between the centre backs and the midfield that we've never had before.
Yeah.
Like he plays like
he's a ball playing centre half.
Yeah, he's just brilliant. He's Rolls Royce, massive presence, just brilliant player.
He is great looking.
Yeah.
Did you see the other night in that grey suit with the turtleneck? Oh,
yeah.
Because he was stood in the middle of the photo, surrounded by black tuxedos.
He looks like a Bond villain.
He was the focal point, wasn't
and
he?
He's so wide in his little greyish. I'm not a turtleneck man, but I don't think I could ever pull one off. But he
I think to rock a turtleneck you need a shaven head, don't you, or shorter hair,
like a tight cut. You need a tight haircut. Yeah.
But yeah, I love him.
You need like a thick neck and stuff too, and quite a big head.
I would actually go Trippier as our 3rd best player. I think thinking about
it. Was really good in the City game.
City game, he had the best performance he could possibly have.
I can get behind that.
And he's effective as well.
Yeah.
He's great from set pieces.
Yeah.
I think he's an all-round solid player as well.
He brings a bit of leadership as well, doesn't he?
He's played at a high level. Yeah, he's played at
if you told me that top 3 players for us last season, like this time last season, you said, your best 3 players would be Saint Maximin, Botman, and Trippier. I'd go, sorry, who? Like what? Because at this point last year we hadn't even been taken over. That isn't still not even been
mad,
isn't
it?
It was like November time or October.
It's mad how short the time it's been.
October, 8th October.
So. Anniversary coming up.
What a day.
Let me ask you one more question. Do you reckon Isaac will get plus 10 goals?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's injured at the minute, but he's only a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I was gonna say 30 when he just as soon as you said
I'll go 11. I'll go 11 goals. Isaac will get.
These are my worst player as well.
Sorry, I forgot about this. Yeah.
Almiron, Fraser, Murphy.
All the wingers. All the wingers.
Anyone that plays on the wing.
Yeah, except from St. Maximin.
Yeah.
Hate them all. Can't cross the ball and can't kick a ball. Actually, think about it.
Yeah.
I would say Sean Longstaff, but I've come back. He's still crap. Don't get me wrong, but he's not that bad.
He's about like for McTominay for United, isn't he?
Yeah,
he sort of just fits there when you need him.
I like him because he's a Geordie as well. It's like
he gets it.
Basic footballer.
Yeah. Just the basics. Not anything special, but he's not horrible to have in, is he?
No.
But yeah,
he'll do the doggy dog work if you need to.
Yeah.
Right, this will be fun. Moving on to the Bournemouth fan.
Hi, Mason.
The Bournemouth fan. So now you're repping Bournemouth. So
Colin, tell us your actual team, Mason.
Yeah, talk to us about Leicester.
Who do you actually support, Mason?
Leicester City.
Oh, Mason, can I just... I hope that felt horrible in your ears, Mason.
Yeah.
Now go on, tell us.
The viewers at home, they're Leicester fans.
So we had probably the worst transfer window in the summer we've probably ever had in our history.
With any club in any league ever.
Literally.
There was a summer Spurs didn't sign a single player, but they did have a good squad, so it didn't really matter. Remember that Poch summer?
But yeah, it was before.
Yes.
Chelsea signed more of the transfer.
We made the signing 3 days before the end of the transfer window. We were the only club for a whole month. We were the only club in the Europe's top 5 leagues to have not signed anybody.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because you kept hold of your captain and a goalkeeper, and you kept hold, and you also kept hold of your best player. So it didn't really matter if you didn't sign anyone.
That is so good that you've done that. Thank God.
It's actually not a bad summer that you've kept hold of your captain, your goalkeeper. You know, because you don't really have that good goalkeeper depth. So keeping hold of your goalkeeper is actually good, and it's actually good as well because if you've gotten rid of Fofana, you don't really have anyone to replace him with.
But you didn't know. You didn't
have to play Ndidi at centre back. You didn't have to play Amarte. So it's lucky that you didn't.
Wait. You'd have to go to penalties against Stockport as well, which is really good. I'm so glad you didn't have to do that.
It's actually really good that you've actually, you've gained some points. Draw first game of the season. It's not after a bad start, but since then you've really pushed on. You've got 0 points from 6 games.
Actually, it's 7.
6 games from the draw. You've got 0 points from 6 games.
They
played 8 games.
You played 7.
We've not missed a game week.
What was everyone?
Oh, it's 7 and 6 then.
Oh, it's 7 and 6.
Your ball.
Yeah, so 6 games.
We were
Leicester fan as well. That's why he's wearing Bournemouth top. So yeah, talk to us about this.
Is your Brighton fan?
So
anyway.
Oh dear.
There's really not much you can say other than it's been
No, there is
awful.
loads you can say. Go on, man.
We've got a
We've said it
championship
all.
keeper in goal. That's being nice.
He's
That's
got
generous.
he's League One.
That's
If
generous.
Town played against him tomorrow, if he was in Golf Salford tomorrow, I wouldn't bat an eye.
Yeah, that's
Shoot
generous.
for our lads.
You going?
Yeah, of course.
Nice.
We've
Love
got
Peninsula Stadium, isn't it? I get tickets.
we've got no
Actually, might.
we've got one winger, so we only play with a winger on one side and none on the other, because it's nice and balanced.
Yeah, but
That's-
it
we
doesn't
all
make
like
it doesn't make sense to me because you're playing a really
Yeah,
good.
we'll
You're
put
playing a really good
Madison
attacking
out there
midfielder.
'cause, yeah, it's where your number 10
His
plays,
setup
really,
makes
isn't it? So
no
I will say one thing though, Madison, even when he does play as an attacking midfielder, he does drift off the right hand side because he likes an in-swing
Yeah,
cross. He
but
picks up the ball in that position,
but
but
there's a
then
difference
again,
He's for freedom,
he's
though.
not a winger. He's not going to take someone on. He's not going
Yeah.
to beat his man. He's a technical footballer.
Yeah,
He's
just
not
like his goal
yeah.
against Spurs, he just went inside that inside.
Like a
position,
second
inside
striker.
It's like
Yeah,
Bernardo
yeah.
Silva, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That's not
Yeah.
mould, isn't it?
it's like a worse Bernardo Silva. Yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah, expansion's
Yeah.
brilliant.
the
Yeah.
freedom's what
He's still
allows
great, though. I
him.
love
The
Madison.
freedom's what allows him to be like that, rather
Yeah.
than being stuck in that one place.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
Just takes it all out of him, and like we've played games where you've then got that midfield three of Ndidi, Tielemans, and Dewsbury Hall, and Dewsbury
That's a
Hall's
good
having,
midfield.
That
It
is a
is,
good midfield.
but
That
you've
is
then got
actually a good
Dewsbury Hall
midfield.
doing that pushing on number 10 role that Madison normally
Dewsbury
does.
has a serious set of legs on him as well.
Yeah, he
Oh
did.
yeah, he does. But
Playing
like,
And
anyway, he's doing
black
the job.
boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, love
Rate
that.
him.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
it's- we was promised a rebuild, didn't get one.
yeah, I'm
You
gonna
weren't gonna
give.
have one, though.
If
I'm
it
gonna
was
give
if it was the
Rodgers-
board promised Rodgers that, or Rodgers knew it was a front
What-
just
what-
to get people off his back towards the end of last season.
Why didn't you have one? What is it? A money
Yeah,
thing
Money,
or what?
money.
Will it
Just
be?
complete-
Money because
so our owner,
of misspending, or they don't
No,
have
Then
it?
if it was a money issue,
the
why
owners-
wasn't Fofana sold in July? He was always gonna go.
It's a
He was
vague
always
question.
gonna
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, he's
So
made it
So
good.
why
the
wasn't he
owners,
sold in July?
our owners make their money off duty-free business, and obviously we've just come off the back of COVID. So,
So if you're a Leicester fan, make sure you're buying fags in the airport.
so basically, because of COVID, they lost
Buy the Grey Goose. We don't condone that in the one on the podcast.
they lost
Continue.
so much
No, we
money
don't.
because there was literally no, all airports were shut. So
Right. Okay.
their
That is
money-
tough, you know.
their money- and
Yeah, that's
also-
not your fault. But
There,
Yeah.
there is also a rumour about how our old chairman's. There's now a dispute with his will.
Oh,
So his
Richard.
his daughter's come into it because obviously his son took over, but
Is
his
she a bit
daughter's
of a
come in.
bitch or what?
It's all rumours. Nobody's completely sure, but there was a massive rumour throughout the summer that she basically contested the will and
Leicester
money
Twitter's a
went.
bit of a mad place, you know.
It is. It's all over the place, but yeah. It was like what yours was
I'm
last year.
gonna
ours
give
was worse than that,
I'm gonna give Rodgers some credit, but I'm also gonna discredit him here. I'm a massive fan of Rodgers as a Northern Irishman myself. I need to be, but
Nice that.
I think it's been tough on him because of the summer he's had. I mean, he lost his best player in Fofana. He lost his captain and the goalkeeper. And obviously he's going to back Danny Ward because he needs to and say he's a reliable source. But everyone with eyes knows he isn't.
He has
So
to lie,
he
though.
he's-
wasn't given
at
enough
the end of
time
the
to
day-
replace Ward. He probably wasn't given their funds to replace Schmeichel. And also, you signed, what's the name, Fayez or whatever,
Yeah.
on deadline day, basically. So
So at the end of
it was tough for him, and he's got an aging squad in areas. I mean, Johnny Evans is currently your best centre back, and he's 34. Vardy, who started a lot of
Mate,
games,
you're
this
really
season, is
tempting fate
35
with
Like,
as well.
and I get that, but we knew that. Brendan Rodgers been here 3
That's
years.
not Brendan
now.
Rodgers doesn't make the signing, so it's tough on you know.
He still has a massive
Yeah,
say
they
in it. He
say,
still,
don't
he
they?
still.
But Brendan
picks what
Rodgers
players
isn't
he
going to
wants
go. Oh,
in.
the squad's okay. Brendan Rodgers is a smart man. He's a good manager. He's going to know
But
that he needs.
He'll have known for a while. Like last season would have gone right. Next season.
Yeah, in January he
He
would have knew
knows
like
the
this
squad's
is.
age.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. You can say, oh yeah, you've lost players. You can't be very harsh on your manager, but it's football. You're going to lose players if you've not got that back up there at some points.
Yeah.
So are you? So I'm guessing you're Rodgers out.
On football, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
it's,
like,
yeah.
Who else do
Yeah,
better?
that's it.
You
Who
could
the hell
get?
could you get Claude Puel again?
Dyche.
No one knows.
Dice to do a job with that team.
Yeah, but it does fix our
They've not got the
defensive
players for
issues.
Dyche.
Does it? Yeah, it's not Dyche.
But we
Da-
don't have
Daka and Vardy are quick. You could.
Yeah, but it's
No,
not
I'll tell you
Dyche's
what. No, I'll tell you
team,
what with
it's not.
Dyche. No, listen. You put Albrighton on the right.
He would.
He
100%
signed Aaron Lennon
Dyche
on a
comes
free.
in, he
But
But
would
it's better
start.
than Madison on the right.
Yeah.
It's better, you know. At
Where?
least he's a
The thing
winger.
is, though, Madison don't fit 4-4-2, does he?
Not at all. No.
It'd be a 4-1. It'd be
He'd-
4-4-1-1.
he'd have to play
Dyche
as
don't.
a-
Dyche wouldn't.
Dyche cannot adapt. Dyche is Dyche.
No, but
Madison-
Dyche is
Yeah.
actually a good manager. He's actually a good
Yeah, but
manager.
no, yeah,
I
No,
think,
he
no,
actually
listen,
is a
listen,
good
I
manager.
think Dyche is only a now. I think Dyche will only be a last 4 months of
Yes.
a Premier League sort of job. So say if who could still be struggling by next? I don't
Forest?
think that, yeah, say Forest, because you know with all the money they chuck about, wouldn't be surprised if they sort of sat there gaffer.
Yeah.
If they've not started, brilliant.
Yeah, they
wouldn't
sacked.
No.
Does their owner own
Olympiacos,
And
they
they
sacked
sacked the
him.
manager after 6 weeks.
Was it
They don't
old,
care.
there was the old Huddersfield manager, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Corbrand or
Carlos
whatever. Yeah,
Corbrand.
Corbrand.
Corbrand,
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, I think he's that sort of thing. So unless Leicester got to the end of the season and was still struggling, I think Dyche should come in. But I don't think.
I
don't
honestly
think
think if I was a bottom half Premier League club, and I would be
I-
looking at Dyche.
Is Dyche for New Allardyce?
manager. I think
Is
he's a really-
Dyche for New Allardyce?
I just
No,
don't-
I think he's better.
No,
I think
he's
he's
so much better than
That's
so
what
much
I
better
mean.
than Allardyce. He's so much better than
So much
Allardyce.
better than Allardyce.
He's so much better.
He's better, but that's what I'm saying. Is it the same purpose? That's what
I
I'm
can
saying.
see
Is
Dyche-
Dyche going to get another long-term job? Or is it-
I feel Dyche was so unlucky. He brought in on a shoestring budget with a championship level
think-
squad.
oh,
He
yeah.
did
I think
so well in the
something
Premier
else went
League.
on for that. I think something else. I think
Oh
something else.
no!
had
On the drink
happened.
fell out.
I think something else had happened with Dyche that lost him his job. I think.
Oh yeah, he
They must
totally
have,
fell
yeah.
out with the
Well,
board.
I
He totally
think
fell out
he's
with the
been
board.
He
disputed
must have
for a
said, "Look,
while,
I've done
yeah.
it so much now without any money. I need something or whatever."
think-
or,
I think Dyche's next job will be a championship job.
yeah, I think so.
I think he's so much better than the
I
championship.
agree,
He's so
but I think
is
it will.
tall.
Yeah, but do Premier League teams want that sort of coach, or do they want a progressive coach? That's why football's evolved so much.
I
Does
think
he
Dyche will
fit?
want a championship job over
actually
an
think
impact.
Dyche is. I think Dyche. I remember watching. You know, like what's a Coach's Voice? They did like
Yeah,
podcast.
Coach
was
was
that.
brilliant.
When
yeah.
Dyche was on that, he said he was like in 2015. I started realizing the pressing was the new passing. It was like it was the way to
He's
win
been
football
saying
games.
similar things in the new podcast recently, hasn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
He speaks well,
When
yeah.
he was on the Fozcast as well
That was
good.
with Ben Foster, like I actually think he's tactically so inept. Or no, not inept. He's
Inept,
tactically so
gosh.
good. He's tactically so good.
Yeah,
I actually think he's
Yeah,
a
but
really
he
good manager.
disguises that by making out he's only got one system.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he had
He's
one system.
unpredictable.
That,
No, that's what I'm saying,
It's the
no,
only
but-
system that worked.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's got one system, but it's coached so well, and people don't realise in his 4-4-2s how much detail there is in it. Because when people think of 4-4-2s, they think of 4-4-2 20 years ago when everyone played it.
Yeah.
And it's not the same anymore.
No,
is it?
no.
It's not the same
Yeah.
anymore. Absolutely not the same anymore. His fullbacks push on now. Do you know what I mean? 20 years ago or 10 years
Yeah.
ago, whatever, when 4-4-2s played, Gary Neville would never get forward. You get the odd
He wouldn't pass the
overlap.
halfway line.
You get the odd overlap. But
Yeah.
with his fullbacks, like I can remember, I went to go watch Everton play Burnley last season, and Charlie Taylor was really good that day.
Yeah.
In a 4-4-2, and he was playing as like a left winger half the time because he saw our fullbacks got forward. And
Yeah.
because of how fullbacks play now, a 4-4-2 is different because of what you
Because the fullbacks, because the right and left midfielder become wingers, the fullbacks kind of become the right and left midfielder. So it becomes.
Yeah, so for two drop.
Yeah, it's a
You play
2-4-4
2-2.
instead of a 4-4-2. It
Yeah.
becomes a 2-4. It's
Yeah,
totally
100%.
flipped.
Yeah,
And I think
right.
Dyche perfected that. And I actually think Dyche has different systems in his locker. We just haven't seen it because he's been at Burnley for
He has,
9
and
years.
people managers
Yeah.
never really figured out how to do them at home.
Yeah.
Did they really?
Yeah.
No,
They-
He was
teams
so
would beat
tough to
them,
break down.
but only via like
It was only ever City that
good
battered
players.
them.
Yeah, that was it. You know,
City, maybe
Liverpool, they
Chelsea
beat Liverpool, didn't
City
they?
beat everyone.
Yeah.
They beat Liverpool a couple of years
Yeah.
ago. They beat Liverpool.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
at
just-
Anfield when there's no fans.
I
Yeah.
think they're beating everyone at home except from like City.
Well, yeah. Even last season at home when we played them at home, they played us off the park. They
Tough
should have won
game,
that game.
weren't they?
They should have won that game.
even if it's just till the end of this season, and then if they do want a more progressive coach or whatnot, then look for someone. And you say that, but
I think
I think
Dyche
he's
should
the
be-
obvious name.
You need to
I
stay in the
think he's
league
the
while you
first
struggle
name,
for money,
yes.
don't you?
I think Dyche is a good name to bring in next season. Say if for some reason you do get relegated, I think Dyche would take that Leicester job and then rebuild you, and then
He'd be a
bring it
perfect
back
relegated
up.
Prem manager.
yeah,
wouldn't
that's
he?
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's
I
why it's a
agree.
championship job. I think this season he won't get a job. I think he'll
Yeah,
refuse to take one.
Because his first Premier
Yeah.
League,
Wants a break.
yeah, because his first Premier League season he got relegated with Burnley and then trounced the Championship and then
Yeah.
came back
Massive,
up.
that's what
And
I'm
then
saying.
within
That's one of the
2
best
years, and then
championship teams ever,
within
that, Bill,
2
I'd say.
years they
From
were
Europe.
in Europe.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's a very good manager to
Yeah.
take from the championship.
Yeah, it's just
He likes projects, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. That's why I don't
100%.
think he'd be
It's-
right for a declining team like Leicester.
It'd
to
be like
have
if
a-
I was saying. I
it'd
don't
be like if
want
a
him to be
Villa went
short-term
down.
manager.
That's
Like
what
if a
I'm
Villa
saying.
went
He's
down.
not an impact manager.
the
he's a
issue.
long-term
The issue we'll
manager.
have is Rodgers will go if we don't get enough points out of Bournemouth and Forest in the next 2 games.
Do you think?
Yeah, it has to be 4 minimum. 4 minimum.
100%.
Yeah,
I think the
yeah.
only
I
reason
think four.
the only
That's
reason he's still in a job now is either we can't pay the 10 mil to sack him
fine. Oh, that's heavy, right?
that we put
10
in his contract.
We spent 24 in sacking Ollie.
10 million.
24?
Oh, that's
Yes,
even
but
worse.
you're
We spent.
you're-
I think we spent like 28 or 32 million sacking Ralph and Ollie.
There's a,
Well,
there's a,
that-
Bringing
Jose.
in Ralph and
There-
sacking
there-
Jose,
Ollie.
there's a
haven't
bit
you?
of a gap. You're
Oh, I can't
a
remember.
much
Jose lost
bigger
to
side,
Jose.
probably more money, more
Oh,
you
yeah,
know, more
yeah.
money off
That
everything.
money's nothing to you.
Yeah.
No.
Because
To
of how
us, 10 million?
your revenue
Yeah,
commercial.
10 million.
Like-
For a
It's-
team where you are,
Does it
I know
change?
It's mental that you've spent your Fofana money on sacking your manager
pretty much. Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's
and Clappers.
well, no, we don't do them anymore. They're
No?
gone. No, gone.
You've trialed a
Because
singing
they cost
section,
you too
haven't
much
you?
money.
What?
The clappers.
Clappers, they're gone.
Oh, the happy
But yeah,
clappers,
so obviously 20 mil for
I'm
Fofana
so
went
upset.
back to St Etienne for a sell-on clause.
Yeah.
So we lost down that money anyway.
That's mental
Signed-
because the Fofana money, if he was sold in July, you could have done something with it. You've still got like 50 odd.
Well, it's the same with like United waiting until now to let Lingard go rather than taking
Yeah.
whatever
Pogba,
West Ham offered last season.
we would have made 80 million on Lingard and Pogba if we'd sold them the season
Oh, yeah,
before.
100%.
And then, so
And
they
they
kept
didn't
him and didn't play
Yeah,
him.
and they
Yeah.
have. Okay, well, Pogba got a few assists and scored a few goals, but
were-
realistically, he didn't
Not
affect the
enough to
season
warrant
enough.
keeping
Yeah,
him
so
for-
You
he
were
got
banking
injured and
on-
then got sent off against Liverpool.
You were
in his last
banking
game for the
on
club.
them getting game time, playing well, and then
Lingard
thinking,
was
yeah,
never
we'll
gonna get game time.
then we'll sign a
Lingard,
contract.
Lingard was never ever going to get
Yeah,
game
but
time.
that's the thing. He could have, but he didn't. You
Yeah.
kept him. You think if you keep him, you're going to give him a
I
go?
don't know
'cause he
why
was
he
good
didn't
at
give
West
him to
Ham.
us in January.
That's what I mean for a fee.
I know.
Yeah.
Over losing
Or
for
West
free.
Ham. West Ham were in from in the summer. You remember the summer
You
he
could
came
have
back?
lost him for a fee and then not had to pay his wages.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah, 100%.
exactly.
Didn't.
And he's on like I think he was on like 200k a
But
week
then
as
he
well.
was.
He
He
was.
was.
What's he on
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
at Forest? Like 100?
Good, a good amount.
Like 180, but like 180.
Yeah.
That's outrageous.
150.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a little bit lower than what we think it is, but he got a massive sign-on bonus
Oh,
because it was only for a
like
year,
10
wasn't it?
mil at least.
Yeah,
No,
so
I
it's
think
like
it was.
We've got
No, it was 10 mil. It was.
Yeah.
It was 10 mil.
obviously I get they couldn't predict COVID and them losing most of their income.
It's been a long time since COVID, though.
It has
Yeah, but
2
it's not-
years
we-
now.
I know.
when
I
we
know on
signed
financial.
Rodgers on
I
his
know on
contract-
financial
On
years
his,
though. It's
con-
different.
on his
but-
contract,
Yeah.
they had that money then that they thought they'd still have in 3 years' time.
It's still a
if we
weird
need to
clause.
Yeah,
sack
Premier
him.
League clubs should really be recovering from COVID now. They should have.
Well,
Yeah.
they got
Yeah.
payments from the league as well.
But it's-
though,
it's-
didn't they?
Yeah. I
I
know
think
them
it's
did.
more
it's
the
different.
debt.
It's different
more
to
the
your
debt
owners,
side of
but
it, yeah.
You really should be like. You can't really be blaming COVID anymore.
No,
It's
I
more
agree.
the debt side.
It's a
of it
cop
that's-
out. Kind
It
of,
is
I
now.
think.
But
Like,
he-
fair enough a
so
year ago,
the
but now
owner-
it's
We were
fine.
affected from
The
it.
owner
We're fine
right-
now.
the-
do you know
the
what I
owner
mean?
literally-
Yeah, that's spot on.
The owner took a whole page of one of the pre-match programs and literally said, "Look, this is why we've not got many funds or whatever like that." Like he
Play
came
the
out and said,
COVID card.
"Yeah," which
It's tough, isn't
But
it?
it
is.
it's
But
either
you could have
it
dealt
is
with
either
it
the
better,
money
that's
or
all.
it is what we played Chelsea, Tottenham, Arsenal, and United in the
Yeah.
4 out of 7 games.
And I tell you what, you weren't even that bad against us. You weren't actually that bad against
That was
us.
a
You give it a
terrible
good
game.
go, but we were
that was
we were
definitely
coming
our
out
best.
of our
That's
like,
our best.
hole.
The wheels were moving.
Yeah.
Like,
That was our best
They were starting to move. They
performance
put the
of
handbrake down.
season.
Yeah.
Like that was our best on pitch performance was against you.
Yeah.
But you're then coming off it with no win. You weren't the best team that day.
No.
100%.
I
We're
tell
still
you,
not
a draw
winning
was
the
a
game.
fair reflection.
We've gone to Chelsea. Yeah, it's still Chelsea. They got Conor Gallagher sent off in the 30th.
That's where it
minute.
gets worrying.
And
though.
Chelsea
0-0
aren't good
at
either.
0-0.
No. We had a goal in that game as well, didn't you? It was what, 2
Yeah, 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah,
We
because
scored
you
in-
equalised,
We
yeah.
scored in literally nearly every game.
Yeah. It's not scoring is the issue for
No,
you.
it's the
Where he's
league
ranking
goals.
8th in the league for
Yeah.
scoring the most amount of
We
goals.
conceded
something
5 to
She
Brighton,
set pieces.
like that.
mate.
Yeah.
5 to Brighton,
6 to Spurs.
6 to Spurs.
By the way, which is always an incredible
I
game.
forgot it was
Yeah.
5 to Brighton. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 to That game's gone so
What
under
was
the
the
radar.
score?
That's the game.
5-2.
It's like the game where like Danny Ward.
It's because you
was-
scored
Yeah.
two. If
Like
it'd been
sat by
5-1
the-
or
was
5-2.
sat by the
It'd been
corner
5-1
flag.
or 5-0, it'd have been a lot more, but yeah, it
I
was.
forgot it was 5. I thought it was like 4. Or 3,
Yeah,
but 5
and they
sounds
scored
so much
what?
worse.
I think it was a penalty in the 96th minute or whatever
Yeah,
to make
yeah.
it 5 and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's
it was
gone,
done anyway.
but it has gone under the radar.
Yeah, it
which,
definitely was. Yeah.
but yeah, if that's keeping him a job, then maybe they've said, look, you've had a sort of tougher games, but we did lose Southampton at home, Brentford at home first day of the season. We're in a
No,
good
you drew
position.
with Brentford. didn't
Yeah, we drew, but
Yeah.
we was
You
in a
should be
great
winning
position.
that.
2-1 up,
you? Yeah.
lost the lead again
Yeah.
and stuff like that. If it was the run of games they're putting it down to and why they've not sacked him yet, they're giving these 2 quote unquote easier games to say,
Yeah.
look, you've got these games, pick up some points.
Yeah.
If it's that, but I think like Brighton did, like Brighton eventually got because Potter left. He's got 2 weeks at that club to settle in. De Zerbi had.
Yeah.
I think an
Yeah.
international
Because they're
break.
so well run. aren't they?
I think an international break is so much of a good
Is it-
time to
You
sack
missed
a
the jump
manager.
now, haven't you?
It's not like Hull.
Rogers
Yeah,
will stay
not
to the
that
World
long,
Cup.
yeah.
Rogers will definitely stay to the World Cup.
But like I
Yeah.
get
He
that
will
you've got,
now.
what,
Yeah,
he
half
will
your
now.
half your players are on international duty and whatnot.
Yeah.
So like you won't work with a minute, but you still settle in with
It's
everybody
really
else at the
tough,
club.
mate, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
I
it's
understand-
I do feel for you, to be honest. It is tough.
Yeah,
You're in a
it's-
tough position.
I understand why you haven't sacked him, but the fact you haven't sacked him now tells me when are you going to sack him?
yeah.
Yeah, you can't now.
Yeah, I guess
We
in
either
January
got-
it's
you've got
it's
to
too-
back
We
him
either
now.
genuinely have to lose badly to Forest and Bournemouth in the next 2 weeks, or
Yeah, unless you get trashed.
if we keep
Yeah.
picking up
Then it won't
scrappy
go.
wins until the World Cup and what we're still a point inside the relegation zone or whatever.
Oh, mate, it's tough.
That's-
isn't
Relegation
it?
We've-
zone
You've
now-
got a good
You've
run
look-
now,
you've
though.
got to
haven't
look
you?
at the last-
if you lose to Bournemouth and Forest, I genuinely could see you going down 100%.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
think it would
when-
be a massive case for it because
I'm not worried until that moment.
out of
happens.
9 games,
I think
you've
you're
won
in a
point.
worse. You're in a worse position than we were.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh, what, by 100 million miles. Yeah,
This time
easily.
last year, yeah.
Yeah,
Because you
but-
started off the season
No,
quite
we started well,
last
but
year, yeah.
even still, but
Not,
what I mean
not
is,
worse than us, but
what I mean
worse
is,
than
even if we'd have had the, I don't know, I feel like I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like you're in a loads worse position than
But
us.
it just feels like in a position now, like not sacking him. It feels like we're going backwards as a club. We've finished
That's
fifth,
what I mean. Yeah.
fifth,
You
eighth,
can't afford the time to.
ninth, and now we're settling with a manager that we could be 17th by that World Cup break.
I just can't
and
see.
we're
I
gonna
can't
settle
see it
with him.
changing.
No.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
his job there now is tainted. I can't
It
see
just
it.
feels like the
With the fans as well.
It just feels like the intentions are dropping off again.
Yeah.
And
agreed.
we-
Yeah,
It's-
it'll take so much for Rodgers to gain the fans again.
Yeah.
To win the
One
fans
thing,
back,
like,
it'll take so
I
much.
don't
It'll
think
take them.
he can.
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
it's too
It's
far.
It's a bit like
gone, I
Ollie
think.
at Man United. He was
Like, you've
like
gone
every
from-
game
Once
was
you've
getting
lost
worse
it,
and worse.
You've
and
gone
worse.
from
Yeah, past
everybody talking
point now,
about
isn't it?
look, Leicester are trying to break the mould of this top six and whatnot, and now it's
Totally opposite,
irrelevant.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It
agree.
One
just
thing that
feels
is
like-
saving you is there's a lot of teams underperforming at the moment, so you've still got
Yes.
that very good opportunity. If you do win these 2 games, you're out of it. And you're
West
looking
Ham
up,
and Villa aren't good, mate.
and
No.
Nor
Wolves
Forest.
and Palace.
West
I'd love
Ham
Villa to go down as well. That'd be
Bournemouth, yeah, they
incredible.
might be 12th now.
Yeah.
We'll slowly slide back down.
But luckily for you,
And stuff like
Fulham doing really well is not that bad because you've got so
Yeah.
many teams.
Fulham will drop off as well.
They
Yeah,
will,
exactly.
yeah.
And
they
Bournemouth are doing well. They was like 12th, they not as well.
Yeah,
It's
it-
mad,
I
that
think
is.
They will slide down.
No, they
Yeah.
will.
Yeah, they will. I think
It's-
they'll still go down. But
I think that you remember like Burnley last season when they sacked Dyche and they had your caretaker boy O'Neill came in
yeah.
and
And
they
Bentley.
started to build that momentum a little bit. That's kind of happening with Bournemouth. at the
There
moment.
is no better
Yeah.
season to
I think
probably
it's only
have
against
this
Bournemouth,
happen
isn't
though. There's probably no better season to
Yeah.
have this had happen because of that World Cup break.
And you only
He's
lose
gonna-
what you'll only lose Ndidi, Danny Ward will
No,
get
I
England
don't,
caught
I
up.
don't know if Nigeria
I
qualified.
don't know if they qualify.
They did. They're in Argentina's group.
Are they?
Oh no, that does ring a bell actually. Yeah, because Nigeria always play Argentina.
Yeah.
Nigeria
No,
definitely
Nigeria
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah,
no,
so
they
it'd
are.
be
You'll lose Iheanacho as well then.
Ndidi, Iheanacho,
It was Ghana that
Tielemans,
qualified, I think.
Castagna,
Taylor, oh, you said Tielemans.
maybe Pratt, maybe
But
not.
you've
He don't
still
really
got a
play
good
much
core
anyway.
to work with, haven't you?
He played 3 times a season off the bench. He's not bad as well, but
That's
he's just
alright. Yeah, that's
it's-
alright.
midfield's
I've
probably our
watched him.
most stacked area.
Oh,
They
he's
didn't. They
fine,
didn't
yeah.
qualify.
Yeah,
Nigeria
they
didn't
did.
qualify.
Oh,
Nigeria
they
didn't
did.
qualify.
They lost in the
I
final.
say I can't remember.
I think they lost
Yeah,
in
because
the
they definitely would have
final
released an
qualifier.
unbelievable kit by now as well.
Yeah.
They have released a kit.
So
They
yeah,
have,
it's
very
literally.
nice.
Oh, they
what-
did. Yeah, that's what made me think. They
But there's a
qualified
tweet
for-
that come out that was like,
It's
"Where are you
what-
wearing it to?"
So it's
Yeah,
the Belgian lads.
festivals.
That
If
is
all
for the
3
kid
go,
as well,
Pratt
isn't it?
probably won't go. So it's Tielemans or Castagna.
Castagna won't. You might.
Yeah, Madison
he's
might.
good.
He
I don't
will.
mind.
Castagna will.
Yeah.
Castagna started in this.
I'm just thinking, would he play for Belgium? Like, would he
What
play a lot of
nationality
World
Yeah,
Cups?
is Woot?
Belgian as well. He
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 might
might
go.
go.
He might
Depends.
go,
No,
yeah.
he was
Depends
already
how
on
he does
the.
before,
He
but-
was already. He has played for Belgium already and stuff like that. Just how
I-
his season goes up until then.
I don't know about Madison. I
Madison
still
will
like
go
him.
for
I
it.
still like him to
Madison
go
can't
on.
go.
I'm not 100% sure
He
if
will,
Madison go or
but
not.
I like
He'd
him,
have
but
gone
he
if he played in this
Yeah,
one.
Mad didn't go in. No.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
I can't see anyone
Bowen's
that hasn't-
took that place now, hasn't he? If you
Yeah,
know
no
what I mean?
one
The
that-
fringe
Bowen's an actual
place.
winger.
You'd have
yeah.
to
The
be called
fringe
up in the
place.
past years to stand a chance to get in this World Cup, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Just
Because
tough,
he's
'cause
just
I
got
think
such
he
a
should
core
be,
squad at
but-
the moment. Like
Yeah.
Trippier will go in if he's crap for the next 3 months. So will Maguire. So will Luke Shaw. Like they can all be crap and they'll still
Don't
go to the World
disrespect
Cup.
Shaw.
Shaw's terrible.
Shaw is awful.
He's great for England.
Other than that, though,
He
He's
wasn't even-
England's best left back.
He didn't play well against Germany. He just scored.
I'd rather
Ah,
see
Shaw was
Trippier
great
start for
against
England
Germany.
than Luke Shaw. at left
nobody.
back.
Yeah, so it's
Anyway, we'll get on to that in
literally
another video.
Yeah, it's just the Belgian lads, I believe.
Yeah.
Danny Ward will obviously go as a backup Welsh keeper.
Yeah.
Unlucky.
Right. We've waffled on enough about this.
Yeah,
I
we
want to
have.
get your best and worst Leicester players this season. So best top 3, give it to us.
Madison.
Tielemans. You haven't said Tielemans had a good year. I think
No,
Tielemans actually been good.
Mad's top even out position, I think, eventually.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Madison's been your best player by 100 million miles, and then
Yeah.
Tielemans.
It is Tielemans, but for his quality, he's been under par, 100%.
Who's
But
been playing at fullbacks? Pereira's still injured, isn't he?
Pereira's injured.
Is it Thomas and
So,
Castagna?
I-
Yeah,
here's
Pereira got
one.
injured after
Luke
one of the
Thomas,
first games of the
Luke
season,
Thomas
didn't he?
played his first game of the season against United at home.
Yeah.
He was at fault for the goal.
He's
Yeah,
not,
he was
he's
awful,
not
he was
kicked
awful,
on
he
He
was
was,
him.
he was
awful.
30 yards out of position.
Yeah.
After the game, Rodgers comes out and said, "Oh, he was really good today. I can always rely on him." Every fan saw otherwise.
Saw through it.
Yeah, he was awful. He
was-
scored against us before as well.
Yeah, but then
I
yeah,
love that
so
goal.
So. Yeah.
realistically, it's Castagna and Justin either side. But Castagna got dropped for 3 weeks for Luke Thomas, which nobody understood.
Justin's injury kind of ruined him, didn't he?
Justin's
Yeah.
good as well, Justin.
Yeah,
He's
it
not
was a
he's not
massive
found the
shame for
form
Justin, yeah.
since his injury either. But
Yeah. But
Yeah,
so
it's
3
tough.
worst.
10 worst, 11.
Danny Ward.
Danny Ward's got to be number 1. He's the worst goalkeeper.
It's got to
in
be
the league.
Ward then like Amati.
There are so many better
Ward,
goalkeepers that don't
Amar-
Danny
start.
Ward's
Hey.
probably the worst keeper to ever play in the Premier League.
Luke Thomas.
Ward.
Yeah.
Who is the worst, or is Ward the
He's
worst?
the worst.
I think he is the worst.
There's been a couple of stinkers.
Can you name
My United have got a couple of Thomas
Freddie Woodman.
Kujak, Lindegaard,
Freddie Woodman's terrible.
Freddie Woodman is terrible.
Ben Amos.
Yeah, but are they that
I
bad?
tell you one as well.
Dubravka.
I mean more.
Harvey Barnes has been nowhere near good enough, unfortunately.
It's not his fault.
Yeah, Barnes has been well off. Barnes is a bit of a confidence
You
player.
can,
but
yeah,
the thing
you, can
about-
literally,
yeah.
you can literally see he gets the ball and he's got no confidence to run past the bloke. He is twice as fast
There's
as.
too many players like that in your squad, isn't there?
It's just like they need that run of form, which is what you hope Forest and Bournemouth.
But it's
will
players
give
like
us.
him that need to kick that on, don't they?
Yeah.
Your players with actual ability that need to kick you on.
He's
but
one of
they're
your
not.
main goal threats. And
You
thing,
hope
like,
he scores.
You've
What?
got them to carry you through, don't you? And he's just not.
You hope
You
he
need a
scores
dragger. You've
one,
not got
maybe 2 goals against Forest and
Madison's
Bournemouth.
That's
Yeah.
what, mate. Can I
That's
just say?
exactly what you need, and that's what helped you lot out in the last season.
I'm gonna say I don't want to make everything about
Players
Everton
found
because it's not.
confidence.
But we have players that drag us, like
Yeah.
with Charleston, who's full of heart and stuff. I look at your squad, I don't see anyone.
We
That's,
had Vardy, but
maybe bar Madison. That's about it.
yeah, but I don't think he's
Madison's
got.
not a
I don't think
dragger, is he?
Yeah, he's not a dragger,
Yeah.
is he? He's
Madison
not.
benefits off players around him playing well, and
Yeah.
they have at times seen that's why he's looked good. But if he's the only one playing well, no one else.
You don't really see his.
He
And
wasn't
I
really-
know if you.
Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah,
The
I
thing
know
with
what you
interviews, he's good, but he doesn't really show like he's
yeah,
into it. Do you know what I mean?
We
He
had
can't
that-
take a game on the scruff of the neck and win you.
That's what I mean. You
had that
don't have a player with
Vardy.
that fight, do you?
Maybe bar from a set piece.
But-
That's about it.
Yeah.
But if it's a set piece going into the box, you were like the worst team in the league at set piece.
They are the worst.
Both
Well,
Yeah,
that's-
attacking
they're
and
statistically
defending
the
it, yeah.
worst. Yeah,
we had Vardy. He won't play nowhere near 38 games,
No.
and he is washed.
it's probably even looking
He'll
like
still get 10 though. so-
Yeah, I saw that on
Yeah,
Twitter.
he's
If
somehow
Vardy won't
well-
play, and he'll still get like 10
but-
goals.
Daka and Iheanacho will probably play more than he will this season.
I
I'm not
should-
impressed by
should, I
Daka.
think, as they should. I don't really rate Daka that highly, but I still think
Ian
he's-
Atchell's good.
He took his
I don't
goal.
mind Ian Atchell.
Daka
I
took his
like
goal
Ian
at
Atchell.
Brighton very, very well.
Yeah,
He
it's
brought
good
it down
finish, but-
slightly round, but he's definitely got talent. He just obviously,
I really
needs that
fear. I
time.
really fear for you, mate.
I do, yeah.
yeah.
The more I look at it, the more I just think, shit,
Right.
Yeah.
you've just not got that
We
player
either
to.
somehow find
grab
funds
it, have
for
you?
January and
But I kind of want you to go down to like Madison, like Tielemans come cheat us. Well, not if we get Madison, but someone. Someone
if
else.
we go down,
so
we won't
bad.
come back up for a while.
No, that's the thing, isn't it?
100%. If we go down, we
Especially-
wouldn't come back up for a
Well, yeah,
while.
the amount of
Yeah,
players
so-
that
We'd lose the
Yeah.
whole
Because
base
your best
of the
players that have
squad.
been keeping you there are gone.
Yeah,
Then
they're
why
gone.
wouldn't they be?
Madison,
Yeah,
Didi, Vardy,
You'd lose
Daka,
Ndidi,
Iheanacho.
Tielemans, Drewsbury
Vardy
Hall.
will Vardy stay.
Evans,
Yeah,
Evans,
Vardy-
Evans would stay too. Evans would
Evans
stay
is
too.
Vardy-
Vardy
From
would stay and do
America.
1 year in the championship, but the top scorer and then retire, I think.
I think
Or he'd go
Nash-
play for that club he owns in America. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
I was gonna say surely not like America or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, he literally
Evans
owns a
would be
club
the
out
only
there,
one.
so-
Evans would be one of the only ones that say Pereira to go even if he's injured.
I think
Justin would
Justin would
go.
stay. No,
Yeah.
Justin would
You
stay.
reckon
Justin
Justin
would
would
stay.
stay?
Yeah,
No,
Justin
I
would
don't
stay.
think.
I don't think
I
so.
don't-
I don't think so.
yeah,
Doesn't
somebody
work
come in.
out.
for
Justin
him.
fits in perfectly.
You'd,
at Southampton,
you'd lose
mate.
your entire midfield. You'd lose
True.
Tielemans, Drewsbury, or Madison. You'd lose your entire midfield.
I reckon Dewsbury Hall would stay.
I think he would. There's
Look at,
not
like,
too
Ismail
much
Assar and
interest in
Southampton.
I was
now.
just
Well,
about
yeah.
to mention Watford.
But
If
he's-
they
he's-
they wanted
he's
to
been-
go, but to be fair,
He's
but-
been at the club since he was what, 6.
Well, João Pedro's now
Yeah.
signed a new contract. So
And
he's
it's
signed
not-
a new
Right,
to
contract.
get
yeah.
more money out of it, but yeah, I know.
Yeah,
what you
they'll
mean.
still go.
He'd be the star boy when Madison and
Yeah.
Tielemans leave as well. Like if he went down to the championship,
I think
brought his
Dewsbury
back
would
up,
definitely
it'd be Dewsbury Hall that would do
He'd
it.
definitely stay.
But
Yeah.
He'd have like a Grealish season at Villa when he was in the
Perez
championship.
would stay
Yeah.
as well.
It's these next 3 weeks that probably determine if we are going to stay or not.
Why do I think like
really
Ian Atchell
worries
would
you,
do
mate.
incredibly well in the championship?
Oh, he
if
would,
went down?
100%.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
it-
because
I
he's
think.
good
it-
enough for like mid-table.
Yeah.
I'm so
Yeah.
confused why he's not played as many minutes in the last 3 years as he has. He's
Yeah.
played criminally.
When you signed him, I was
Less.
like, what a signing.
He's
Like, he was
good. Yeah,
brilliant.
he's good. I always like Ian
But you watch it when he plays, he just scores goals. His shooting ability is really good. Like he can hit
He
a
went on
target.
he went on a run for you, like, was it last season or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
It's
It
like
was a first
seven.
season sign, wasn't it? A couple of seasons.
He
ago.
can't play as a
world
lone
he is.
striker. We know that. It's quite
No,
obvious.
agreed, yeah.
He's not that type of player.
Yeah,
But we've
no,
got-
that's fair.
Vardy and Daka to play with him.
Yeah.
Even when at the end of last season, when Daka and Iheanacho play together, or even they have done this season, they create so much more together because Iheanacho's he's not a smart person in full. We know that there's stories about him. He took a mark away on international duty and whatever. But
I haven't heard that too.
yeah,
That's great.
his footballing ability, he drags defenders out so well for that second striker with pace,
Mhm.
and he can also provide. He can pass stuff like that. But I think he's got to play. Obviously, it doesn't fix defensive
Mate,
issues.
you're in a really weird situation.
Yeah,
Because your
it's
best
weird.
players can't play together. If you're
Yeah.
gonna play two up front, you can't play Madison.
Oh no, you can't. Well, out
Not
wide,
in
you
the-
can't
not
get
in the
one.
system.
That's what I mean.
Right
But
now, yeah.
he's not. You know what I mean?
It's
You're not gonna
so
play narrow
wonderful
formation,
to-
are they? They don't play narrow,
Yeah.
do they?
So I think the game we played,
That's right.
Iheanacho and Daka.
You can't drop Barnes, like, can you? Either you need him in the
So you
team.
can play
The game-
Barnes in the hole.
That's what I mean. All your best
No,
players
you
can't play
can't.
together.
Can
play
play
him
him
as-
as
he's
he
not
can
found
play
that
as a
system,
left
have
side
you?
attacking
The game,
midfielder
the
now.
game, Daka and Iheanacho played to each other. Madison was injured.
I would say to play three at the back, but you don't have three centre backs that can play together.
No,
You've
That
barely
was-
got two centre
that's been our
Yeah.
best formation for the past 3 years, but we
Yeah.
don't have.
You've not got to
And it
replace
sounds-
for it. Now
it
you lost
sa-
for
it
Fani. You don't
sounds
have
weird.
it. You don't.
Yeah.
In recent times, the last makeshift centre back we've had that played well was Hamza Chowdhury. He played 2 games at centre back for us. You might laugh,
England
but
captain.
he's that utility tool where he just fit in and he didn't
He's
look
better
like
than
he was
Marty
playing
as a
out of
centre
position.
Yeah, definitely.
So Marty's terrible.
obviously,
Centre
yeah.
back. He's terrible.
And he could play with the ball. He just genuinely didn't look out of position.
What about your boy? What's his name? Mendy? Is he still at the club? Isn't he?
Yeah, he's still at the club. Just,
He's a defensive
What's his
midfielder.
name?
isn't he?
Nampalys Mendy or
no,
something.
but you've got.
Yeah.
He's not as good as Samara. He's not as good as Ndidi. So
Samara's going to leave us.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was going to leave because he just won't
Why
get
is
played.
why is he not good?
Who?
Samara, because when he came in, everyone thought he was the next big thing.
I don't see a
It's like
problem
check the
with
core
it.
rate at Crystal Palace.
I don't see a problem with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets ball. He tries to progress with it. He's good at their powerful runs.
What's he missing? What's holding him back? Why
I
is
don't
it?
know. If it's because Ndidi's there, which obviously could be likely, but there's a lot of the older generation of Leicester fans that just genuinely don't like him, and I don't know what it is about him. The younger lot do. The
You need
older
to
lot
give him
don't.
time, though,
Yeah.
don't you? With one of them. But then the thing is, you can't afford
That's the
to
thing.
give players
Not now,
time.
because
You can't give players
we-
time
you
now.
need your players
As
to
a
do it in
club-
the
It
moment.
needs to be
As a club in history,
at that time.
Yeah,
It needs
that's
to be
We're not
instantly.
used to spending
It's such a tough position for you.
bigger fees on players, so we spent money on him. It weren't mad amount. I can't remember the exact figure. But
Yeah.
the older fans are like, oh look, we've spent quite a bit of money on him. He's got to be really good as soon as he comes in.
Well, that's the thing, innit? You can't. You are right. You can't afford to give
But that's
players his time, but you
yeah.
have to.
That's what you have to do with
For the
players. That's
good
what
of
cup
him.
run. That's what the cup is for and stuff like that. But
Oh, mate, you're in a really tough position. You know, I can't stop thinking about
you
it.
genuinely,
You're worse off than we were. And
Yeah,
I was
100%.
petrified, mate. I was all season. I was
there
petrified.
there was an answer for you. You said, look, we're going to run, we win. You. Like,
Well,
everyone gets behind each other.
I
we start
said
playing well.
we'll
Yeah.
use the home crowd.
I was just about to say that. I was literally just about to say Goodison. Like,
Without
King
being
Power don't really have
disrespectful,
that, yeah.
Goodison's like a cauldron. When Leicester play at home, you
It's
don't feel intimidated, do you?
It's
You know,
awful.
you know when players come and do the interviews, they go, "Oh, where's the toughest stadium to play against?" You get the Anfield, you get Goodison Park, even though it's it's not one of the new ones or anything, but
Yeah.
it's still got that,
so
that
down
fight in it,
there.
hasn't
It's
it?
so close to the pitch. It's so intense.
It's horrible.
It's
You
just-
feel like
yeah.
you get abused by all the fans.
You
and
can
stuff.
hear it, and
You
it's,
get
yeah.
hate. But
It's like
unless
Ben
you
Foster said he
don't have
hated it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
You don't
issue
have it, do you?
is you look around and you think, what is the answer? You can't really.
No,
think what
that's
it
why I
is.
You've
worry
got
for you.
Yeah.
Pray and hope that your players just.
You need to
find a
scrap
way.
your win, don't they?
Yeah, you
We've
need
got-
something
On
to go in
paper,
off your
it's,
arse and
on
just win
paper,
1-0.
you think about it, and it's like in history, it'd be one of the worst teams on paper to go down. If you
Like
look
the
at
best
player
teams on
ability,
paper
if
to
you
go
look
down.
at player
Yeah, it'd
ability,
be one of the best teams on
It'd
paper
be
to
like
go
one of
down.
the best.
Vardy and Maddison getting relegated.
Tielemans getting relegated.
No, Vardy, but how many years ago did you win the Prem? 6?
2015,
Tielemans
16,
just
Yeah, so
played.
6-7 years ago you just won the Prem. 7 years later you get relegated.
Tielemans just played
Yeah.
nearly 50 European games,
Yeah.
and he's what 26, 25,
Yeah.
Mate, oh god.
Yeah, right.
and he'd be getting relegated from the Premier League.
God. I think this is going to
Yeah.
be the theme of the Fallen Up podcast every week. Just
It will, like it
being
was.
But how many
There's
times?
so much to talk about because it's such a dire situation.
And it will
Yeah.
change it each week.
I honestly think if you're going to replace a manager, you need to replace a manager with someone that's going to sort out the defense. You're just going to be so difficult to break down. So
it's
difficult.
It's the Allardyce sign, isn't it?
Yeah.
It needs to be someone that's going to set your team up. That's going to be so difficult to break down, so difficult to score against, so annoying to play against. A nuisance team, a little bit like Northern Ireland, where it was awful football, but we just grinded out results.
You
You just
grind
need to
draws.
grind out
Which is exactly
results.
They don't
You need-
have a horrible player to go up against. Like defense.
No,
attacking.
that's what I'm saying. You don't
You're
have that
attacking-
player.
you
You have
Oh,
great
okay.
attackers. You have awful. You've
you have
almost
to-
too many
No
good
one's going to be
attackers.
scared of your defenders.
You've always
Yeah.
got to make them that.
But I just think you have to
You've
set
gotta
up in a way
change
that's
it,
going to be
yeah.
so difficult to play against. Honestly, like
Yeah,
a
but you-
6 at the
yeah,
back,
but
like
that's
a
what I
4
mean.
with 2
You
wing
don't
backs or
have
something
to-
like
you don't
that.
have to
I
play
sound
for it.
stupid. I know.
We
That's-
do. They do.
Yeah.
If they were in the position we were, they'd be fine because
Yeah.
they've got big players like
Yeah.
Burnley.
Well, and we do
Last
Sackers
forget.
look at it and they're a bit
Last
scared.
season we went like 10 games without a win, and then we got the takeover, which saved us. That's what our always hope was. Like going to January, like we'll be fine because we've got this takeover. But before
Yeah,
that, if
the
we
feels- the
weren't
feel-good
taken
factor
over,
on it that dragged
if we
you.
weren't taken over, we would have been relegated by Christmas.
Of course we would, yeah.
Absolutely in the bin.
Was
Like,
that 4?
We've
You was
been-
like bottom after 14 games.
we were bottom at Christmas and stayed
Yeah.
up.
We've been in a
So-
similar situation though.
Like,
When we
surely,
first got-
surely
when we
can
first
whack in
got-
Evans, Son into investor at the back, as bad as that might be, and just
Just put him in front of Danny Ward. Don't move him.
yes,
Just
and
leave
I
him
literally,
there.
I just
No, I don't. I just don't think that'd work. I just
No, it
don't-
wouldn't. It
It's
would.
their
100%
only
it
hope.
wouldn't.
yeah,
No,
but
he's got
I
100%.
think sorting out the defense is the only way Leicester stay up. Is
Yeah, but
sorting
they
out the
can't- with
defense
the
because they're
players
just
they've
going
got,
to
mate, they can't.
but they're going to concede 4 goals every week.
Yes, but what I'm
Otherwise,
saying is you can't
I
play
know
that
they don't have
horrible
the-
defence. When listen, when Dyche
Yeah,
was
so
doing
we
it,
have to. We're
Yeah.
gonna have
He's got all
to.
attack.
Tarkowski
Yeah.
was his butcherer, and he
We
had
need
Ben
to-
and
Mee,
Tarkowski and May
horrible.
are better than any of the side
Mate,
Leicester
horrible.
currently
We
have.
have
That's
to
what
take
they
the
don't have
game-
that player.
The
Yeah,
only way we're going to
horrible.
do it is
Why
we're
did
going to have
we
to
sign
take the
Ben Mee?
game to the other people. He's literally played for
Oh
Leicester.
my
as well.
God,
No,
yeah,
but
Ben
he'd
Mee would have
literally
been
become
so
back.
bad.
I honestly
Oh.
believe if Leicester keep playing this way,
We either have
so
to go.
bad.
you'll concede the most amount of goals in Premier League
Oh
history.
yeah, 100%.
It
We've
is
been-
actually. I understand what you're talking about. And it's really scary.
When we
Yeah.
start
And
getting
it's
Brand
really
deals,
you appreciate what I'm
scary.
saying now?
Yeah, it's really
we
scary.
start getting
No
Brand deals
answer.
to take over Leicester, we'll sort them out.
You went in for Tarkowski as well, didn't you, a few years ago?
Yeah.
If you'd have signed him, you'd have been fine now because you've got that player to be
You
horrible.
kept Maguire.
You don't now, do you? Yeah, you just
But we
even
have
Maguire.
to-
You could have got Maguire back, mate. Probably. Do you
On
know what I mean?
loan.
100%.
On loan. You could have
100%.
easily had him. He doesn't play. He doesn't.
It
You've
is-
got
it
loads
is-
of young players that could.
It is,
come in
it
and
is
fit that.
terrifying. It is
Like-
terrifying. Max L2NZ. You take anyone,
You don't have players,
anyone.
but you don't have players to play low block. It's
Lascelles.
not even just
No.
a fight.
Yeah.
You don't have players
Just
to play low
take
block.
That's what I
Lascelles
mean.
is crap, but-
Leicester will be the easiest team to play against.
Yeah,
Because you
Like,
get
they
ran
will be
through.
the easiest team.
Indeed,
Yeah.
you're not centre half. You get
Leicester
ran
away,
through.
you think
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
points.
You got a right back, a centre half. You got a DM that wasn't good enough for DM or right back, and now he's playing centre half.
Yeah.
Apart from Bournemouth,
We've then
I
got
think
to.
you're the only team where a team will go away to you and think, yeah, we're going to get 3 points. Every other team
Yeah.
in the league, you think, well, that's a hard game, we're away. But
No,
Leicester and Bournemouth, you think,
spot on.
Leicester and
Yeah,
top Bournemouth, you're like,
100%.
Yeah.
oh, right, yeah, we can win it.
Spot on. You've let
It's
yourself
like-
down if you don't beat Leicester.
Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
I don't think left themselves
It's a
down.
3
They'll,
points
they'll
game.
be in a change room. They'll be absolutely gutted. They'll be fuming in
Yeah.
the changing room.
If you
How have we
draw
not beat
1-1
that crock of shite? Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly.
Genuinely.
Terrible.
Like,
Genuinely.
Yeah, we've been. in
Gutless,
this-
it's gutless, isn't it?
terrifying.
That's the thing,
It's
it's gutless.
terrifying.
No one's ass.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's the point I've been trying to make. You've not got that player who's he's going to come out and he's going to absolutely get into the players. He's going to.
Attacking wise,
who's-
all
who's-
defensively.
Right now, if one of your midfield get ran past, it's not a. Oh,
Who's your captain?
I've got to get back. It is
Johnny Evans.
Johnny Evans is
We've got-
captain.
Yeah.
Good
Do you know who our vice captain is?
leader, but is he a commander?
Do you know who our vice
Really?
captain is? Mark O'Brien. He's not played a single Premier League minute, and he's
That-
been
that-
named vice
He's
captain.
so much like Matt Ritchie, it's ridiculous.
It's a joke.
Stupid, isn't it?
How he's been named vice captain when he's not going to play and he's not in the plans to play.
Johnny Evans isn't a nasty centre back.
No,
he's not.
no.
Yeah,
He's
Johnny
not
Evans.
built. He's
But
just like-
what I will say is
That's
Johnny
what I mean.
Johnny
That's what I
Evans has played in some brutal Northern Ireland sides. He's played in some Northern Ireland sides where Michael O'Neill. That's a good manager for him. He's a free agent at the minute. He's championship level.
He'll absolutely.
He's Michael O'Neill coached a Northern Ireland system that was counter attack and just take chances. We would get 3 chances a
Yeah.
game, and it would just be score one of them. That was all the attackers of a coach would do. Would just score one of them, balls into the box, dominate the aerial battles. Defensively, we were just so difficult to break down. But we had a far better defensive midfield than you do. You have a quality midfield of technical ability
You need to
and
get
goal
Didi into
scorers.
midfield somehow.
Yeah,
Oh,
we had a
he
midfield of
will be
Stephen
now
Davis
we've
and
got
Paddy
Fayers in.
McNair.
Now Fayers is in, he will be in midfield.
We had Stuart Dallas and Stephen Davis who are going to die on that pitch. If they
That's
need
what
to.
I mean.
You don't have a
Yeah.
midfield
Yeah,
like
they
that,
don't
which is
have-
why it's terrifying.
Don't have a
for
player
you.
that's going to put someone's
Yeah.
studs into a
Yeah.
into a leg. Do you know what I mean? You don't have that.
The
We had
only
Stephen
player-
Davis who
the
would
only
give his
player that-
third child for Northern Ireland.
You've
He,
got-
he would give all his children.
You have
The
for
only
players
Northern
player
that are
Ireland.
horrible. We have
Yeah.
players that are horrible.
Yeah.
You don't.
The only player
you don't.
That's why it's
might
terrifying.
and could is Dewsbury Hall.
No,
He's
no,
he
he
could.
doesn't.
No, he could.
No, I
he
don't
could.
think
Genuinely
so.
could. But like you say about Johnny Evans, he'll crunch someone and then pick him up.
No, but couldn't someone tell him to get up?
Yeah, exactly. Which is what you need in this situation. Like
He's
the last
not
time,
that
No,
nasty,
you don't
but
even
he
say
can be
anything to him,
nasty.
you just leave
Yeah,
him.
like the last time we've been in this situation was 2014 when we got promoted. The year
Yeah.
before we won the league. Nigel Pearson as a manager, horrible.
Legend.
Yeah.
You've got Wes Morgan and Marcin Vasilevsky at centre back.
Oh God,
Two
you're missing.
horrible defenders.
Yeah.
You're missing Wes Morgan.
They're
who
not very
so
good
much,
footballers, but they're
They
just
don't need
horrible
to be
to
in
play
that. They
against.
don't need to be that.
also-
No, you
also-
don't need to be.
A lot of gob. Wes Morgan has a serious gob
Yeah.
when I'm on a football pitch.
Well, that's what you see in good defences. Brighton and us, the
Yeah.
top two, the exact same.
Yeah.
Like,
I had
defenders are
this-
chatting to each other
Yeah,
all the
it's-
time.
it's-
I had this.
And also
genuine
got Adam Webster, who's definitely one of the most underrated
Oh
players
my
in the
God,
league at the
Webster's
minute.
so
The whole
good.
back
He's
three
ridiculous,
was
yeah.
really-
I had this
Yeah,
genuine
Webster Donkey,
conversation with a
brilliant.
few Leicester fans the other week. Why don't you just bring Morgan in as a manager till the end of the season?
Or at least like
try
a,
and do
as
it.
a
No.
system.
You
It
can't
doesn't
risk
really
that.
work.
Or
Can't
get him
risk
more
that.
involved.
That's how
Can't risk-
desperate you
can't
are,
risk
mate.
that.
You know, does that
Yeah.
not?
Yeah,
that's
but
how
it is.
desperate
That's
you
the
are.
terrifying
It
thing.
is.
Yeah.
That's like us going, yeah, let's get Mike
Because-
Williamson involved. No, I'm alright, thanks.
The players obviously will still look up to him.
Yeah.
No, but it's not
And
like
he's that
is
leader,
it?
but
not
it's like-
that.
Yeah, but or even bring it. We've got Colo
No,
Touré
right.
as assistant manager, right?
He'd be better off on the pitch, mate.
Exactly.
Start
He
it.
is awful.
Get Sacco
And I tell you what, Colo
Get
Touré is
Sacco back in the
really,
league.
really bad as well.
Yeah, he's.
Colo Touré is really, really bad.
Put Morgan in that position. Put someone who's been there in that team in that position.
I can't believe he didn't sign Ben Mee, mate. I can't believe it.
Literally, when I said it, I was like, oh my god, why the hell did they not sign Ben Mee?
Exactly.
Connor
Mee.
Cody, Ben Mee, James
Well, it was
Tarkowski
never
were
gonna-
all available for
Can't-
free.
I can't believe he didn't sign. No, Ben Mee's the one because
Ben Mee is the one. Because he's played there before. He's
Dean
used to it.
Henderson.
He's
Dean
been
Henderson would have
with us.
chose.
He's
Dean
played
Henderson
for
would have chose
us.
Leicester over for us every day of the week.
100%.
Dean Henderson definitely would have,
100%.
and he didn't go in for him.
I'm
It has
scared.
And you knew you were going to lose
Right,
Schmeichel.
yeah,
You
right,
knew you were going
right.
to lose Schmeichel.
And it's this.
Oh my
We've
goodness.
got what? Bertrand and Vestergaard, both on 120k a week.
Oh.
Ryan Bertrand's on 120 quid.
120
Only because he's won the Champions League.
k a
Only because he's won the Champions League.
On his debut as
120k a
well.
week. He doesn't play.
Your club is run
You're in the mud.
so bad.
Are we being overdramatic? No, I don't think we are.
No, we're not. 100% we're not.
I can't believe how.
We have ranted for 40
No, I don't.
minutes.
I don't want to stop. No, I don't want to stop.
wanna
I've got so much to say.
I kind of do want to talk about Man United though, and you want to talk about Everton.
Yeah.
But I am enjoying
We'll have to
this
leave
too
it
much.
for now, but
No, but
No,
we can't.
can we just?
Can we fix Leicester? Like, is it fixable?
No, not
No,
at the
no.
moment. Not at the moment.
See, right.
There
Look,
isn't an easy solution.
just to go back. Just to go back to
There
this.
isn't one.
No, go on.
Can I just say one,
Yeah,
just
go
one
on,
thing?
go on.
The World Cup saved your season. The World Cup will save your
No,
season.
I don't think it
Oh,
will.
No, it will. It will because
no.
you'll have that big break. You'll either sack Rodgers and bring someone else in. You won't lose a lot of players to the World Cup. Then
But
January
we can't spend. They're like us.
loans. Oh, they can loan some
but
anyone.
we can't.
No, they
'cause
can't, mate.
A club will go, oh yeah, but you're paying 60% of his wages.
They'll just take
We
the
can't
piss out of
we
them,
can't
like they
afford
did
to.
to us.
Yeah,
They'll take
yeah,
the piss out of
yeah.
them, like they did to us.
I've
can't
afford
got a
to.
very good solution for you. Get a Saudi takeover. Trust me, it saves the world. It is brilliant.
Sell yourself to the Saudis.
Yeah, literally.
Leicester City. I hope
For
you're
free.
watching right now. Sell yourselves to the Saudis.
There's
do it.
something.
This will
something
prove if you have good owners
miraculous
or
has
not.
got to happen. We've either got to turn it around overnight and we start playing really well again, which
Sometimes
that
that does weirdly happen though.
It can happen.
Yeah.
Might
I
happen.
can't see
I
it.
also
I can't
think.
see it.
I also think. You see the game. I know you have had a really tough run. But you see the games against Leeds, Villa, Bournemouth, Forest, maybe even Fulham. You must score like 6 goals.
You need to win.
Yeah.
It must be over by half time. You must have scored enough goals by half
It genuinely
time.
looks like
Yeah.
that's the only way we're going to win a game
Yeah.
this season. Is we score 4 and they
I
might
think
score
you need to
3.
just go out and try batter teams, don't you?
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
But
They
that's
must
what
be
I'm saying.
2-0 up in
We've
20
got- I
minutes,
think
and the
we've just
heads
got to-
drop.
Right, look at their run. That's a
It's
good
Read out,
it's
read
not
out,
going to
read
get
out.
easy.
It's a great
until
run.
Man City.
So they've got Forest at home on Monday, and then Bournemouth away.
This is what I mean. The home crowd does nothing, though, does it?
No,
They're
no,
all
no,
away
but-
games.
No,
But
Forest at
for-
home,
for-
it will.
But
It's-
it's
it's-
East
it's-
Midlands derby.
it's-
But then
it's
that
been
gives
building.
Forest even
No,
more
but I
reason.
think
And
Forest will be
Forest tore
louder.
us apart last year. That was at
Yeah,
the that was
there
at the
will be
at
loud.
Forest away from
at
is
the City
brilliant,
ground.
mate.
Yeah.
But it's because
is, yeah.
of
You've got such a nice run.
their fans. So their fans came out like, when we got drew against them in the FA Cup. We know how that went and whatever.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
said
That was
it's not-
different. That was different.
Yeah,
That
we
was
don't
different.
talk
Yeah,
about
but they said like it's not a rivalry anymore. We don't see it as a derby anymore. But then
They did.
their players have now come out in an interview and said, "Oh, it's an East Midlands derby. Of course, we want to put in a good performance." So, it's our fans will definitely be up for it. Monday night as well. Hopefully, we'll add something.
Shrewsbury Hall will be
maybe
up
You
for it.
have
game.
to.
And like
Yeah.
a few of the local
Even
lads will be really up for it.
Leeds and Wolves are winnable
But,
games
yeah,
for the
even
system
got-
you're
even
playing
after
at the
these
minute.
two
Yeah.
games, you've got such
Leeds are
you've got
terrible without
Palace at
Rodrigo.
home,
Yeah.
Leeds at home, Wolves away.
We've got to
not
just
City, but,
pin
like,
teams back.
You mate, this
and-
run you've got to.
We've either got to go. I think the
It's not
only way
5
we
games.
fix our defensive problems here
five
is
games
going
can't be
more
done.
attacking.
The thing is, right? Listen. So, how many games was that? 5, 6.
They've got Forest at home, Bournemouth away, Palace at home, Leeds at home, Wolves away.
Is that before the World Cup? That's what's
That's
left.
up until City at home, which I'm not going to.
Is that
What day is City at home?
Is that the last game for the World Cup?
Oh, I've got loads of games before the World Cup, mate.
How many?
It's
right.
8 games. 8
Eight,
game
no,
weeks.
that's
8
what I mean,
game
that
weeks.
was
So they've
that
got
was 7.
before the World Cup, they've got right. So Forest at home,
Yeah.
Bournemouth away,
Yeah.
Palace at home, Leeds at home, Wolves away, City at home, Everton away, Newport in the Cup, West Ham away, and then that's it.
There's the only game in there.
5, maybe
No.
6 West
The-
Ham are
the-
winnable games.
The only
West Ham
game.
got it. West Ham's terrible.
The only
I'm
game.
just it's
as a
it's
Leicester
very
fan,
winnable.
as a Leicester
We
fan,
beat them. We can't score.
as a
You're lot
Leicester
better
fan,
in a better
Well,
We
position.
have. We
What's
can't.
it do?
We're the opposite. Then we can't score.
we can score.
Yeah.
And
We
West Ham
defend,
can't
we
score
can't
at the
score.
moment.
Yeah, but your goalkeeper is awful, like a shot on target and it goes
No,
in.
but
And
no,
they
but,
goes,
"Come
They're just the opposite of us.
yeah, but the
Yeah.
thing is, right now, as a Leicester fan, right now, you look at that and you think Man City is the only game we should realistically come away with no points in.
Yeah.
No, but that's
Pre
Well,
pre
and
and
this.
Everton.
But
Yeah.
if you're on a
No,
run
we'll
by
be
then,
Yeah.
If we're on a run by then
if you're on a run by then, you
100%.
can potentially get a point. Potentially.
no. But listen. The point I'm making is, well, the reason I was asked about the World Cup is, you were saying the World Cup saves them if they don't get. Sorry, how many games was that before the World Cup? 7, 8.
7
Eight.
or 8.
He had 7 or 8.
If you don't win 4 of them games, mate,
I think it could be one more, like 2 more with EFL Cup, but like Premier League.
I'm really worrying for you. Because what happens if you don't?
Yeah, what
Yeah,
happens
what
if you
This
lose?
is why I think
What
So
happens
how's-
if we get to
the World Cup
international
doesn't
break,
save me
like,
if it don't-
8 points.
The World, yeah. That's exactly. If you don't win loads of them games,
You're nearly
mate,
you
halfway
have
through a
to,
season where
yeah.
you've then got to
you
score.
have to. I just don't think it will.
You're nearly halfway through a season. You've got to score 32 points in the next half when you've scored 8 in the first half.
You needed to sack Rodgers. You didn't. You
It
missed
was-
it.
it was
That's why I think the World Cup
genuinely-
season is because you got a little bit of time
40
for a new
points
manager
is
to come in.
not-
No, I think I've missed it.
No, it's
40
gonna
points
be
is
more.
not the threat.
It's
like,
gonna be more
like
this year.
35, 36.
Yeah.
It's
To stay up,
it's
35,
34,
35.
I think
Yeah.
it might be a bit higher this year because of
40,
how,
you get mid, like 12th now.
because of how no team's playing very well. It might be high because people are picking.
Yeah,
points
but
against-
it's just for honeymoon, mate. I think
Yeah.
they'll drop off.
But
Bournemouth will drop
why-
off. Fulham will drop off.
Yeah, you sack a manager before the
Forest.
success rate. He's
But
got
then
2
Wolves
weeks.
and West Ham will
With
get out
nearly,
there,
he's
so
got
it's just
he's
swap.
got nearly 2 weeks with a whole squad because not many people go on the international street anyway, and you've got 2 easier games for that manager to settle into.
It'll be interesting to see what you do now after the break for the international break.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Forest game.
It'll be fascinating because that event.
Is there going to be a change of?
How many event players went on international duty in this break? How many?
Tielemans.
Tielemans,
Like
Castagna,
for what? 4 or 5?
Madison, did he not go? No, he didn't.
No,
he didn't.
Madison didn't go.
Sorry.
then well,
Ward.
Ward would have
So
gone.
let's just say though,
Yeah.
you've had a good core, haven't you? You've had a lot of your players in.
Ndidi and Iheanacho might have gone.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. But I think indeed he's one of them where he'll just come in regardless. I don't think you need to work on him. He's being played out of position.
Iheanacho, probably.
Indeed, he's got nothing to learn now.
Yeah, he's got
He
nothing
will-
to
he will-
learn.
yeah, he'll just-
He
Well,
knows-
You've
just
even
play the
got
game the way he
Cunha.
plays
I
it.
think the only way he saves his job now is we come out in a different style, different formation,
But
different
what is
tactic.
the left to try?
I don't know. But
Well,
all he's
that's
tried, all he's tried. this
Atletico
season-
Madrid, 5-5-0.
All he's tried. All he's
See
tried.
anyway.
No, we can't do that. We have to
You
play
haven't-
with 2
yeah,
strikers.
Again, we haven't got
We
any
need-
defenders.
Joking.
We,
but even still.
we need 2 strikers on the pitch, for one.
But you need Madison on the pitch more than you need 2
But we
strikers. You can't play
We
2.
can. Therefore, Barnes gets dropped. And
Can you
it's
play
simple as
Madison
that.
up front? Just play him as like a second striker almost, like a
False
bit like
nine.
Dele Alli used to play on
If
the
you played
patch.
4-4-1-1 and played Madison off Iheanacho
Yeah.
as a
Oh,
shadow
so
striker.
good.
Oh, yeah,
No,
that-
no, the way we do it is you drop Barnes and you play a narrow formation.
Yeah, you do
I
drop
kind of
Barnes.
thought that too. Because
drop
Barnes has been
Barnes.
banging out of
And you
forwards. Why
play-
wouldn't
No,
you
you
drop
do,
Barnes?
but you
you
won't.
play a diamond with 2.
Try
We have
Barnes
done
up
before
front.
though. We have done. Last season we dropped him.
You played a diamond.
We've played a diamond before. I reckon the diamond is the way forward at the
You
moment.
played a diamond with as what? Of what?
Ndidi, Tielemans, Dewsbury Hall, Madison.
That's a
2
great
strikers.
midfield. That's a great midfield on paper.
I think that's the formation right now.
Yeah.
You can't go 5 back because we don't have enough
You've got to
facilities
make
do so.
sacrifices.
'Cause the
You
diamonds-
have to, you have to make risks because that's the only way
And
you're
Barnes
going to
Because
can
do it.
come on
realistically,
at
the diamonds
60
are
minutes,
4-3-1-2.
up front or whatever, and just
Yeah.
run around.
Or if you want
Do
to
what
go,
he
if you want
wants.
to go to a wide formation, take off. I don't know, one of your strikers, and then
Yeah.
take off. I don't know, someone else. Go to
Or-
a wide formation.
No,
one
you
up
take
front.
off a midfielder, whoever it is, whoever's not playing well that
Do you-
game.
do you remember-
And
do you
just
remember
move
when-
Daka out wide as well?
Do you remember when
He can play
Leeds
out
came
there.
up that very first season where they were really entertaining to watch because he scored a lot of goals and there was high press? I don't know if Leicester can adapt that because Leeds were up for it every
They
game and
can't,
Leicester
no.
didn't know.
No,
and-
Leeds had an
and-
11 of players
yeah,
that could
and-
take the game
And
by the
Leeds had an
football.
11 of players that were going to put everything into it. No,
Yeah.
never mind, you can't.
Yeah,
I just
you've
thought for a second
you've
you
gotta
maybe could adapt to
find-
that. But you
We
can't.
either find a formation that magically
police
turns us
coming for it.
around. Yeah, you find a formation that magically turns us around.
A
Which
four-
is unlikely, but it's
A
happened.
4-4-2 diamond.
I don't think Rodgers is that expansive. I don't think.
No, I don't think.
I think
That's why a
two-
new manager coming in. That's almost why I think.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If he
that's
needs
why
to sack
maybe
him, if he hasn't-
Dyche would play the diamond.
There's so many possibilities. It's just really difficult. I'm glad I'm not a Leicester fan.
it's
But I
something
know,
that
I know
will-
we're saying Dyche can't play. Like we haven't seen Dyche switch it up, but Dyche is gonna know more about the game than us. Like, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah, of course he is.
Yeah,
so I
100%.
Really?
So I think Dyche should look at that squad and go, he's got 4 really good midfielders, so you're gonna tailor to that.
Yeah.
I think
No,
you
but
know
mate,
Barnes is
yeah,
out
but
of it.
mate, Dyche's football is so
we-
winger
I don't think-
accentuated. It is, mate.
But I think we saw that because he had a Burnley that
Process,
had to play
process.
that way. I don't know if we
No,
seen
but he was
it
there
or
for
not.
that long.
No.
If you wanted to shift, he could have. That's
He was
what
there
works for him.
what, 8 years, 9 years?
Yeah.
He could have easily done anything in that squad, but he still thought 4-4-2 is the best way to go about it. I like this formation.
And they had good. It's not that they
suits
didn't have
me.
good midfielders.
They had
Yeah.
hard
Central
working
players.
midfielders.
Yeah,
Jack
I
Cork
think
and Westwood.
Brownhill's brilliant.
Brownhill,
Now,
yeah.
Have you
it's
seen
just-
some of the goals?
It should be in the Prem, mate. Brownhill. I don't know why he's
Yeah.
gone. I'd have took Brownhill at Everton, honestly. I think.
I don't
he's
think
brilliant.
Newcastle
Leicester,
back up.
I think
Even
he's
if we've got good
proper.
midfield.
Vincent
We were
Company.
linked with him,
Get him
actually.
at Leicester, Vincent Company.
Brownhill's
Nah,
someone.
we-
He's playing. He's
I
playing
think
he's playing a good brand of football.
Yeah, I
Burnley.
think it's just it's something you can't answer right now.
Do you reckon?
What manager? What happens?
Say it
or
gets to
anything.
January and you've sacked Rodgers after the World Cup. Would you
Or
look
during
at?
the World Cup.
Would you look at Vincent Company to come in?
I just.
I don't think he takes the job.
I think
I'd
he
need
would.
to. I'd need
I
to
think
know.
he'd use it as stepping stone.
No, I don't think he would. I don't think he would.
Do you reckon? It
I
depends.
think he
I think.
wants to
I
get
think it
Bur-
depends where Burnley are sitting right at the
That's what
minute.
that's what I'm thinking. But I still think he would heavily look.
What you got to
But
realise?
then
well,
again, I think.
Brendan
I think he
Rod-
likes
Brendan
project.
Rodgers-
I think if Vincent
Rodgers
Company
is
was to
the
keep.
third highest paid manager in the league.
Rogers is not the third.
Yes, he is. He's on that much money.
What?
He is.
Yeah.
No, he is.
Oh my god.
We're not
was
going to be able to
thinking about
afford.
it
to
You had a
throw-
clause. You had
Yeah.
a clause. We got to Europe, didn't you? That you
Yeah.
got paid higher. or
We're not
something.
going to be able
Oh.
to throw money at another manager like that. There's no
we're
way.
not touching
So
it.
it's Klopp and
Look how
Pep
it's
1 and too, isn't it?
Great idea.
Yeah.
Steve Bruce, eh?
No, he's like sitting like 16th with West Brom, isn't he?
Yeah, if you don't get sacked soon, Christ alive.
I know.
He is the worst manager.
But we've
I've
not got
ever
the
seen,
ability to
ever.
say, "Oh look, we want you come away from that team," really either.
No,
Unless
he's
he's
not-
someone
he's
really,
still
because
really
it's a
not
sinking
good.
ship, mate, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's why I don't want to touch yours.
exactly.
I think Vincent Kompany, if you're thinking about his career, it's more of an achievement to get promoted with Burnley
That's
as soon as
what
they've
I'm
gone
saying.
down and to change the style of football, which I think he is doing. And he's won a trophy as well. He's got an achievement. I think if he was to leave in January for Leicester and keep them up again,
won't
relegated,
touch
it
it.
wouldn't.
Because what if he touches it and then they go down? He will
Yeah.
never get a good job
It'd
again.
be like
Yeah,
almost like
he's-
Lampard a
he's
little bit.
top.
Good point,
Like when he didn't get promoted
I
with
think
Derby and
Lampard
going
was
to
really
Chelsea.
brave.
Yeah, like taking that Chelsea
Yeah.
job was really
That
brave.
is
It
the step
tarnished
that
his
company
career.
I
be
think-
making. Be
Yeah,
really
it
brave.
tarnished his
It would
career.
say a lot
by
about
going
his
to Chelsea.
character if he did leave that Burnley squad that is doing so well.
Yeah.
To
But
go
I
to a
think
Leicester
we've
team like
also
that.
got
Well,
to take
they're
that
sitting at the
and be brave and just
Well,
pick
he's gotta
somebody
do
out.
I
something,
think
mate.
Burnley is second or third.
I think it's got to be
And
sort of
they're
a
third.
recent
because Sheffield
ex-player.
United are first, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well,
I
that's
don't know
what
why.
we did.
Yeah,
That's what we did.
I just have that feeling it's got to be.
So
an
when the players
ex-player
look up
that's
to, that
sort of
play
getting-
for him.
Yeah, he's had a bit of experience somewhere, but all just.
Oh, I'm worried for you, mate.
We just spent an hour just being like.
Is there
Christ
any
on
players-
Wales.
I still want to speak more.
Is there
do you know
any
what I mean?
players you can? Oh, you can't sign anyone.
And that's what I've literally been thinking about. While we're talking like January, who can they realistically
Can you,
sign
like,
that
get
isn't
it- can
in
you-
favour at the moment, but he's a hard worker. There isn't.
Can you go to like student finance and get a loan out or something? Like surely, like I don't know what you can do.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's why when we've got for final money, we've already had to pay. What?
It's
Gone,
gone,
Etienne.
it's gone,
We
mate.
bought
It's
one
gone.
player
It's
and we
gone.
spent the rest on paying off our debts. It's
Yeah, how much the fair is probably like 21 million or something, wasn't it?
something like that. Yeah.
You're gonna have to look in the loan market, but for loans that makes like not from like big clubs. Like,
Yeah,
you
but
can't,
dip
you
into
can't go
free
for
agents,
Gallagher
mate,
'cause
aren't
of-
you?
We've got to find a club that will
You
be
should have signed
willing
Denier
to-
as a free agent.
Yeah, we've got to find
Yeah.
He's very good, though.
He's
either
not very good, but he's
player-
better than what
free
we've got.
agents that will
Yeah.
come in on a reduced
He's a centre
wage.
back.
He's a centre
He
back
can
Yeah.
play
with
centre
legs and
back.
arms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've got to
That's why I
say,
said Vincent Kompany. He can
look,
play centre back.
before we'll give
Player manager.
we'll give you a new wage when we've got rid of Deadwood. Like
You're in the
Bertrand.
Barcelona situation, aren't you?
Yeah.
Where you need new players, but you can't afford to pay them what you're going to
Because-
give them eventually.
yeah.
But well, it's
Barca are a bit
yeah.
different.
Well,
Yeah,
we
it's a
need to
different
find-
situation.
No, it's
Barca-
different. No, it's
Barcelona
different.
are
But
gonna
it's
be
the same.
outside. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. It's the
Well,
same
we've
same
got to
principle.
scenario.
find-
Of course it's
Yeah.
different.
We've
Yeah.
got to
Same
find
scenario.
loans where the other team. You've got to find a loan where the other team is looking for that player to progress rather than they're getting rid of him, because that's when the other team will pay more
Almost like-
of their wages.
You need to sign
Youngsters.
championship players.
Yes,
Yeah.
you need
Young
a
championship
youngster.
Phil Jones.
You need a good youngster
It
that
makes sense.
Not-
the club
yeah, he'd
don't
take my
mind
squad,
loaning
wouldn't it?
out to progress as a player, because they will then pay more of his wage.
You need to sign 30 plus year olds and then young championship players.
But
In between that, you
30
can't
plus
do
year
it.
olds won't work because the,
Phil Jones. You need Phil Jones for a year.
the other,
mate.
yeah, but the other team that we loan in will
Axel
go,
Tuanzebe.
we ain't going to pay anywhere near as much as your wages you want. Though.
That's the problem. You're in a position
Well,
where
yeah.
where
I could
players can
genuinely
take
see
the
you
piss.
signing themselves.
I'm surprised you didn't go in for Keane when everyone was going in for Michael Keane from us.
But like, especially
Like
Prem
Forest and West Ham both went for Keane.
Especially
They're
Prem
upset their ass.
sides.
They're upset their ass.
especially Prem sides, they ain't going to go, oh yeah, we'll give you this player and we'll pay 60% of his wage still.
Yeah,
It's
no
not-
one's going to
we're
be kind
rivals,
to have it.
yeah.
It's a dog eat dog game, isn't it, mate?
We're in the relegation zone.
Especially after COVID.
We're another team that's going to stop them from going down.
Well, you're another team with a good fan base and good commercial revenue that they're going to go, well, if we can take the piss and get them
But-
relegated, then we're going to do it.
It's
You know?
our roots. It's how Leicester have grown. Is finding players out of the blue and then becoming really good.
Yeah, but where from?
What's
Where's
that
the
centre
money?
half called that plays for Sheffield United, like Asmedovic?
Oh, yeah, I know you
He'd be
mean.
good for you.
He's very good.
Yeah, it's just
They'll command a fee, though.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
everybody
He's
will.
not old.
Everyone will.
What is his
Aye.
name? That's a good shout, that. I can't remember his name, though.
I think
It's
Asmedovic.
tough.
It's got to be someone like Leeds.
Yeah,
Signed some
I've
really
heard
good
of
players
it.
this summer from like all over the place. I thought was really impressive
But
business.
it-
Like Aronson, Tyler Adams.
It's the
Yeah.
surgery
Yeah.
signing, but
It's
getting
just
his
it's
fees,
just
isn't
going to
it?
be like it's going to be different every
That was
week.
Jesse
We'll have
Marsh
to,
was signing a lot of them players as well.
and it was like what we did with Everton last year when we did the pod. You'll talk about it every week, and it'll be something new every week.
Yeah.
It's just
We'll come back next week and you could be like so much happier. Could just
well,
beaten
yeah. We
Forest
could
6-0
film
or
Tuesday
something.
morning after we beat Forest
Yeah.
5-1 or whatever.
What do you think the score will be against Forest?
I
Yeah.
genuinely couldn't tell you. I genuinely don't know. Until he's done his press conference, we know what's available, what's happening.
What? Right, this is really tough, but what do you think the start 11 would be? Don't go what you. I don't want to know what you say.
What I
I want
want
to know
it
what
to
you.
be.
No, what
Or
you
what it
think
will
he'll
be.
What you,
put
what
out.
you want, what you think. Yeah.
Yeah, what you think he's going to put out.
He's going to put Ward in goal again. Still, don't know why.
Mad.
Yeah.
Insane.
That's a problem in
Is it
itself.
Iverson as your backup
Yeah.
goalkeeper?
Any other manager in the Premier League, if his keeper's performing that bad,
Yeah.
you give your second a range. You've got young lads to put.
He'll
in the
probably
Champions League, don't
To prove
we? Yeah,
themselves.
to prove
Yeah,
himself.
yeah.
'Cause
And
he's got
goalkeepers,
something to
goalkeepers
prove.
always perform when they need to prove themselves.
It's like when West Ham bought in that.
Yeah.
Well, it's like Travers for Bournemouth, and it's
Yeah.
like that lad for West Ham that was the son of
Oh, what was his name? I can see David Martin.
David Martin.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
You need to, but
It'll
you've not
be-
got that, have you?
No,
really?
it'll be Castagna, Evans, Fayez.
5.
Did you
Just
sign a
in.
backup keeper? I swear they signed a
4.
backup keeper.
Yeah, we signed a third keeper,
What's his name?
Alex Smithies.
Why is
Never
he-
mind, then he
he
is
signs
awful.
bad.
He played for
just
Cardiff and he was
Yeah,
absolutely shocking.
we signed a third keeper. I don't know why.
You should have
So
signed
it'll be a back four. We can't play
Oh, that's
5.
just used.
If it's a back 5, it'll be Ndidi that slots in.
Just signed Carey,
There's
isn't it?
no way it'd be any other way it'd be a back 5.
Oh, why would you?
But it'd be 4. It would be.
You still have Soumare and Mendy to your disposal, yeah.
Ugly.
Yeah.
That's why
It'd be
Just pay
indeed.
both of them.
Mendy's got the legs, hasn't he? Play
Yeah.
4-2-3-1 and play.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't, but when you want to play, that's what I mean. He wants to play an actual.
I
but
have
you
a
can't play
feeling
him.
he's going to play Samare instead
Just
of
sign Danny
Ndidi.
Drinkwater on a free and you'll be alright.
He'll play Samare, Tielemans, Dewsbury Hall, Barnes, Daka, Madison. It'll be something along them lines.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That's the worst team in Ireland.
It's like what you say to someone when the grandma's just died.
Yeah,
I'm so
because
sorry.
it's probably better individual players. It's the teams and overall it just doesn't work.
But you can see he
It's
does.
like
no-
what you were. You were just a team of individuals.
Yeah.
And
Brad-
then-
On a
Rodgers
way
is
bigger
either-
scale. Yeah.
Rodgers is either
but it's like
panicking.
similar. It's like Barclays.
He's either panicking and just putting random players in for one game and hoping it works, or it's almost a
Yeah.
bit like sabotage and he's just waiting for his £10 million payout.
I don't understand why-
He's not going to
Yeah,
walk
because
away.
Rodgers is in
He
a good
won't
position
walk
for
away.
himself,
Yeah.
isn't he?
Why didn't you sign Lookman permanently? That made no sense to me.
Good question.
Do you not have the money or?
Because if
Probably
you
that
had
again,
him,
yeah.
you could put him the other way and then you could put Madison in the
It
middle.
stretches
It'd be
the
alright.
game,
Yeah,
yeah.
Lookman does solve a lot of problems.
Yeah.
He was alright for you as well, you know.
Where's he
Yeah.
now? He's gone like club pro.
Atalanta.
That was
Yeah,
it.
Atalanta.
That-
Good knowledge.
so-
And he's playing week in, week out, scoring goals.
Good player.
Yeah.
Good
I
player,
like-
just a
when-
weird
When you
attitude.
signed him, I was like, that's
Yeah, he's got
But
a lot
again,
of
he's got that
attitude,
bit of nasty to him, hasn't he? But you sort of
Yeah.
need, you need a bit of,
he has balls as well.
Yeah, grit your teeth, be a bit.
Except
of
from that chip
No.
penalty against West Ham.
Oh.
But he had balls to
Yeah,
do
missed
it.
it. Yeah,
But
no, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
not a bad thing.
Huge testicles.
I'm genuinely not surprised now if Rodgers is sitting at his desk and he's like, what can I do today that might get me the sack?
Yeah, but I bet that's what I mean. He's in a good position for himself, isn't he? He's not.
Because I'm not going to walk away and I'll continue to do it until they give me that £10 million.
He's not in love with Leicester, is he? That's the
No,
thing. He's
no,
not.
no.
He could not care less.
That's what
And
I
I
mean.
really wanted to get sacked, and I really want Northern Ireland to get him.
That job's only done him good up until he gets sacked. He's won the
After
FA
we won the
Cup
FA
with them,
Cup, it's gone downhill.
He's been a bit of a mercenary since leaving
Yeah.
Celtic.
Celtic.
I wonder
Yeah,
where
I know.
he'd go after.
I don't think he would. I think he'd.
I think he'd settle down for a long
think-
time.
He'd pack it in or he'd go manage. Not
Northern
international.
Ireland.
Should like a Rafa or something, just sack it off in China, then maybe get an offer from.
I honestly
Or
think
do punditry or something.
I honestly think I could see like a large possibility of him coming to Northern Ireland, like
I
a
could
massive
as well.
possibility. Yeah.
International management seems to suit him. I think it looked like it was. Is he English?
But then
Is he
we've been talking about
It's like Martin, isn't it? Going into
I'll
his
tell you
to
what,
Belgium.
I'll tell you one thing that does save us probably is that there is a World Cup this year because England aren't going to sack Southgate now.
Would you take
But
Rodgers
if-
to England?
If say this international
What?
break happened
Would
and
you
there
take
weren't-
Gareth Southgate?
No. That's what I'm saying.
Imagine.
No, this is what I'm
Ooh.
saying. Imagine if there wasn't a World Cup in December. We just had this international break. Sack Rodgers. Southgate's
You would have had another
international.
international. You would have had another
Leicester. I
international
bet
break.
it would be so Leicester just to go. Oh yeah, we'll have Southgate then. If he
Would you
gets
take
sacked from
Karen
the England
Carney?
job. No. But I genuinely, it'd have been
Karen
such a Leicester.
Carney, I can't believe you just said that.
It'd have been such a Leicester thing to have just gone. Oh,
Leeds away, it'd be
Southgate's
fun.
Southgate's just been sacked from England. We'll take him. And I'd have hated it. It'd have been the worst thing we could have done. But that would have genuinely happened, I think, if there weren't a World Cup this year.
John Terry as manager, player manager, solid.
I think
Sorted.
there's not more you can say
Tuchel,
now, is
he'd
there?
go to you.
Yeah, Tuchel.
We'll wrap it up,
No,
move
come
on.
on, lad.
I don't know why Tuchel's
People
going
linking
to
It'll cost
people
him-
linking
it'll cost him
Pochettino
money.
with him. Do you know what I mean? That's
It'll-
mad.
it'll
That.
No,
cost
the
him
thing that
money.
really
I
winds
know,
me up,
I know,
It's
I
got
know.
nothing to do with anything, but Villa fans saying, yeah, we'll get Pochettino after Gerrard. Wind your
They are
necks in.
so
Wind
entitled.
your
They are
necks in.
so
I hate
entitled.
it.
They're
I don't
so
want to talk about that
entitled.
'cause I hate
Shall
it.
we move-
Would you
we'll
think
move on.
Gerrard?
No, mate.
No, you
No.
wouldn't. Don't
No.
don't down yourself like
Don't be
that.
Yeah,
silly,
but-
boy, mate.
No,
Right,
no, no.
we've
We'll move
rambled on about this
So-
for literally over an hour. So
We'll go
yeah.
for a short break and we'll be back with Manu in
Yeah.
a little while.
Yeah, I'm going to refill my Fanta Fruit Twist.
So, moving on to Manchester United. Sorry about the little background noise. If you did hear it, it is stopped now. We fixed it. But yeah, Manchester United, the season got off to a little bit of a sticky start. A 2-1 defeat to Brighton, which wasn't bad. I thought we were actually...
Nothing wrong with losing to Brighton.
No. Not in the manner that we did
No,
either.
there
The
is,
goals
mate.
were
There's a lot
difficult
of
to
No.
concede. If I look back to it, the goals are very frustrating.
Yeah.
They're goals you shouldn't be
You
conceding.
could tell the wheels were moving though, couldn't you?
Yeah. And then the bus stopped, crashed,
Oh, God,
flipped, went on
Like
fire
it's Brighton.
against Brentford.
Against Brentford,
The week after, yeah.
4-0.
In the worst first half
it-
performance I've ever seen from Manchester United ever.
It's worst first half performance I've seen from any team in
Yeah.
a long,
It was
long time.
absolutely horrendous.
Yeah, it was, sure.
Oh,
I couldn't believe what I was watching.
I don't
It's
even. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about
It
it.
looked like right there you're in for a very long season as well.
I think then and there was when a lot of on Twitter, I don't know if you follow, but a lot of people, you're either De Gea out or you're De Gea in. And a lot of people, a lot of Man United fans will go, oh, well, De Gea shot stops, and that's all the goalkeeper needs to do is shot stop, and he's one of the best in the world, so he's still the best keeper in the world. But if you watch that Brentford game, he passes the ball to Eriksen, right? If anyone with a human brain knows that the one person on the pitch you don't pass to there is Eriksen. He's being cheated. I think it's Wissa is behind him or someone like that. It's Janelt, it could be, I don't know, whoever it was.
Yeah, anyone.
It's up his arse. And he passes to him, and it's even an awful pass.
Goal, yeah,
He's running towards De Gea. I think Tony's on his left.
Yeah, it's where the centre half split, was it?
It's Tony's on his left. Eriksen's coming through the middle of the two centre halves. De Gea could launch it, give it to Maguire, give it to Martinez, give it to Dalot, anyone.
If Eriksen dropping it was so that one of the forwards could drop into that space.
Yes, and he could loft it over Eriksen, or it would draw a player in.
That's splitting centre halves, isn't it?
Yeah, or Eriksen running in would draw the player behind him, so you could easily give it to Maguire, which gives Maguire an extra 2 seconds to get rid of the ball, because that's all you need to do. At that point, I've been saying De Gea out for a while, and I've been slandered, and people have made TikToks and stuff about it as well. But he has to go. He, at this point, is holding back the team. We have the lowest line in the league. We have the furthest back defensive line. Man City and Arsenal set up 12 metres higher in the pitch than us. 12 metres. Wow. And that isn't because Maguire can't play on a high line, because Maguire's only started 2 of the 7 games this season. It's not about that at all. It's the fact we have a goalkeeper that does not leave his line. So if a ball that comes over the top,
defence don't trust keeper.
Yeah, if the ball comes over a top or a striker gets through, our goalkeeper's going to stand his line and give the striker all the time in the world to pick a spot, gain composure, sort his feet out, give him loads of time to think about a shot. He's not going to put pressure on him. He's just going to let him shoot. Yeah. And that's why. If our goalkeeper can't sweep, he can't play on a high line.
I do think it's mental how big the impact of a keeper is to a team style of play nowadays. Like about 10 years ago, the keeper was just like, as long as they say that he cares.
De Gea would have been a great keeper 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You'd be a different team if you had a ball playing keeper.
Yeah, because you build from the back. It's an extra man.
Had Edison, who's so good with his feet, you'd be
it'd be incredible.
I think Henderson was much better. I think
so much better.
It was his time.
It's just an ego. It's just an ego issue because of what he said about the club and stuff too.
It also comes back to what I said earlier about I don't know why he signed Dubravka, because Dubravka's arguably
exactly
worse
the same thing. Yeah,
with his feet.
The one thing about Dubravka that De Gea lacks is at least Dubravka's going to come and catch a cross.
Yeah,
he's a little bit more commanding.
But still, I wouldn't trust
De Gea flaps at it though.
I think 7's more commanding than De Gea though.
Probably, yeah. But yeah, Dubravka, when he comes out, you don't think, he's definitely going to catch it.
Yeah.
He's a bit like, he's not exactly a presence. He's just like comes out.
Other than the best keepers in the league, though, you think that about most keepers.
Yeah, but I'm never confident when he comes out at all. But one-on-one situation, I'd back Dubravka to save it. He's a very good shot stopper. He's just a bit injury prone and doesn't.
But goalkeepers nowadays become a second or third centre back. They overload the press.
Yeah,
they give the defense they give a defense a numerical advantage against the press, because it usually always are 2 or 3 players. So if you're back,
it's like a deep line play.
So goalkeepers are become so valuable now. Like even Ederson, I don't rate Ederson as a good shot stopper at all, but he's so effective and valuable for Man City.
Doesn't need to be with the defence in front of him in the midfield, and that just doesn't need to be.
I think for a Man City system, I don't think there's a better goalkeeper out there for Ederson, even though there are lots of better goalkeepers than Ederson.
Yeah, they
score goals directly from him, don't they?
Exactly. So
his ability to find someone at any distance on the pitch is just
especially when
teams will be up against it that much that they're gonna. We've got a chance here just to get the line up, and he can just get you straight back in it behind it.
That's why City's so good, because they're so set on their ways. If they get under a little bit of pressure, they're still going to try to play out against teams. That press really high.
Yeah, they don't feel pressure.
No, they don't exactly. Yeah, they're
so because of the quality
so drilled
into
them.
well.
It's what they've got.
Play your game.
You've got pressure as much as you want. They don't feel it. They're like,
no, agreed.
They actually want you to press them, because as soon as you do that,
that's how they unlock you.
That's
why sometimes it takes them half an hour, 40 minutes to score, doesn't it?
That's how they create chances, because you stretch a team. Someone goes through a Foden or a Mahrez or a Haaland will run through.
Yeah, they wait to get frustrated with that, because they keep the ball for 10 minutes. You're like, right, let's just press and try and get them. They're like, okay, brilliant, and then they just pass around you and find the space. It's just
many other big teams that we've had recently. They've got a plan B, and a plan C and a plan D. They've got so many ways they can unlock you and can change your game.
I don't think there's a single team in the league other than them who have like that many backup plans. Like Liverpool, if their number one plan doesn't work, it's like, okay, they could lose it. Yeah. But with City, if you start beating, like we went 3-1 up against them, and I still thought to myself, we're not winning.
I remember saying this, we're not 3-1, we're still going to
they'll go long, they'll make a sub, they'll make a tactical change, and it will always,
especially these 5 subs now,
yeah.
Stupidest rule ever, by the way.
Going from a bit of negativism to positive.
Negativity.
After that Brentford game, it all turned upside down with the Liverpool game. I went into that Liverpool game. I was like, oh, we've just lost 4-0 to Brentford. Next week we're going to lose to Liverpool. I was like, I'd rather us forfeit the game and lose 3-0
Don't turn up, lads.
than lose 6-0, honestly. Because all the Glazer out protests were going on all the time. And, yeah.
The scarves out.
And
Can I say
something totally
Going
different.
into that game, I don't know why, but I was like, United they're gonna have to respond here. So I was never expecting you to get absolutely
Right.
pummeled.
I never expected
yeah.
us to get pummeled either, because I just thought he's going to put 10 men behind the ball.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you,
it's
did,
like-
you
yeah.
took the game to him. You
Yeah.
were very, very good. To
As
be fair.
typical as the saying is, it was a massive wake-up call, but it actually woke you up.
Yeah,
of course it was,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like if I could turn
Yeah.
back time, I would lose to Brentford 4-0 again.
Yeah.
Oh
As,
yeah,
as,
I think
as
it
mad
was
as that
big.
It helped it
sounds.
click, didn't
Yeah.
it?
uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed.
turning points. You need them. Like managers
Yeah.
need them. Players need them. It just has to happen, and it is awful at the time. But in hindsight, you're like, yeah, that helped us a lot.
But that first 25 minutes, like I'm almost getting goosebumps thinking about that first 25 minutes. Was the
shaking underneath the table.
the best he's played in about 2 years. It was absolutely incredible. Everyone was working 100%. And that's the issue we saw under Ollie at the end of it. It was like no one was working anymore. We realised that Sancho and Rashford
Sancho's brilliant.
and Elanga and he who must not be named, as wingers, they couldn't track back. There was no work rate in them. They weren't going to track back. They weren't going to help out a fullback. There was no run in them. And that's exactly what they did.
One criticism I saw was like, oh well, Liverpool weren't at their best. It was more
Doesn't
United.
matter, yeah.
Took the
They-
game to them. They
yeah,
couldn't handle it.
United
They couldn't
made
handle it.
Liverpool
Yeah,
worse.
exactly.
Yeah.
Liverpool
That's
couldn't
genuinely
play
the
that
same
game.
when any team beats any
A big team.
Yeah.
Agreed,
They
mate,
weren't
yeah.
very good.
It's
Because
it's the bigger team.
You're not allowed to
Credit-
take credit
Yeah.
as a club,
Yeah.
are you? You
Yeah,
have to
no.
go, oh, well,
Sky
they
are
weren't on
really
it.
bad for it.
Especially,
Sky
if,
Yeah.
always
especially if
do
I'm
that.
telling you, the big team had a bad day. Match of the day is the only good thing. for it.
Agreed, yeah.
They'll
Yeah.
go,
They
oh,
actually
there's a
are,
lot
yeah.
of people saying the big team had a bad day, but the other, the
Yeah, let's
smaller
focus.
side,
Let's focus on the
The
team
good.
who were positive.
Yeah,
let's
have
focus on the
a
good and the
game
bad.
plan to
Because often it is
counteract
them making the team look worse, unless they're in a really bad spell.
You're going to look
Yeah.
bad when a team's coming at you and doing
Yeah.
something that's going to hurt you.
Well, that's why United were good, because everyone
Yeah.
was expecting United to sit behind the ball, like you were saying, but they took the game to them, which one was surprising to Liverpool, but two,
Yeah.
it was on their own back to be
United-
positive. Wasn't
Yeah.
it?
if
Yeah,
United
Liverpool were
playing
very
well.
complacent in that game.
Yeah.
And
Very
I must
complacent.
say, Sky made it out to be like, oh well, they had Henderson and Milner in midfield, so it obviously wasn't
Oh, I
Liverpool's
hate
first
that.
team.
Every
God.
team has injuries.
Mm.
But
Well, it's got McTominay playing.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You know, it's
You
it's
started
mad.
McTominay
but-
over Casemiro.
Yeah,
Like, you can't-
exactly. Yeah, well, he was still in his suit, like. So. Yeah, but no, it was an incredible performance, and that was the turning point. And I remember saying in my video afterwards, I said, "This is the start of the Ten Hag era," and it only got better. I mean, the Rashford goal as well, the counter attacks, which is something we've seen in the big games
That
as
was
well.
vintage Rashford.
Yeah,
That.
Martial, the glue for the front three. He is.
I like Martial.
Yeah, oh, I love Martial.
got something in him.
And I'm so upset he's injured and he's missing the Manchester Derby as well. But Rashford, he's been very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
And someone I kind of doubted because of the run of form he was on last year. I kind of doubted under Ten Hag, but. Yeah, the signs we made have been very happy with as well. Martinez, the Butcher, Leicester, already one of my favourite Man United players.
Yeah,
Keep
I like
Ronaldo out the team, aren't you?
Yeah.
Ronaldo just can't get a game. I mean, to be fair, he has been a bit.
Martinez, Varane, Dallo.
That was very
The
good.
improvements we've
I
seen
like
in
Dallo,
Dallo is absolutely
yeah.
incredible.
I do
He's
like
coming because he's turning into like a Cancelo. He's being that inverted fullback. He's taking in that right central of midfield spot.
Yeah.
Like you look at his heat maps after a game, he's taking up a lot of time there. His crossing's getting better, which was a little bit poor. Defensively, his position is so much better. Malassi has been very good as well. He's a dog.
Malassi's
He got that
very
dog in him.
He has got
Martinez
that
got
dog.
that dog in him.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just been so. It's just been brilliant to see. Anthony getting a goal in his debut was brilliant as well. That Arsenal game as well. The tactical. I actually think Ten Hag approached that game really well because he probably knew the Arsenal squad. He didn't know that Arteta was a better coach. 'Cause I don't think Arteta is a better coach than Ten Hag. But he knew that
not
Arsenal
better
will be
now.
better coached because Arteta's had longer with the team and it probably is a better team on paper. I can admit that. But Ten Hag knew exactly the game plan of play because he knew Arsenal would pile a lot of pressure on them and try to score
a really
four.
good
Same against Liverpool, isn't
Yeah.
it? You hit them
So-
how they wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, so two goals from two counter attacks, brilliant. Ericsson, free transfer, one
Very
of the,
good.
one
Yeah,
our
very,
be-
very
one of
good.
maybe the best signing post Fergie.
Versatile as well. It's nice.
Yeah.
You know,
He's
people
played in
don't
the
realise
six, the
that
eight,
Inter
yeah.
played as a six and was very good, especially as a
Yeah.
two and a double.
He played in his first game the false nine, but he was all over the place that
Yeah,
game.
he was good,
It was
yeah.
mad.
He was good, yeah.
Proper Iron Man stuff. He's got the metal heart. He's incredible. He's insane. He's the arc reactor. But no, I've just been impressed with everyone. I'm loving as a Man United fan. I haven't been able to say that in a long
How
time.
do you feel ahead of this weekend then?
Not as good because Rashford's injured. I think because
Who'll play?
I hope Elanga plays.
So what we?
Do you think Ronaldo?
I hope it's Anthony, Elanga, Sancho. But for one reason, if you're not gonna counter attack with Ronaldo. If we have Ronaldo's gonna sit.
true.
Ronaldo's gonna sit in the back four.
No, that is
How we
true.
beat Man City is counter attacking, which is why I'm upset Rashford is injured because he's
Yeah.
the key to our counter
That
attacks.
hurts, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, Anthony's not exactly a counter attack type winger, but he's good in transition. He's
Very
been
good transition,
coasting transition.
Oh, for years,
Sancho the same. Sancho
because
scored against
Sancho
City
got
last
it.
year. I think. So I actually, if I was to pick an 11, I'd have Elanga just for the energy, the press,
Yeah,
you
no, I
know,
back that.
the press, the ability to counter attack at pace. I don't think Ronaldo's going to do that.
What about-
Yeah.
What about Garnacho?
No, come
His
on.
Reece was here right now.
Hi, Reece.
Christ.
Look, Garnacho's good and he shows good energy and he's direct
And he's
and
got
he's
nice tattoos.
Yeah,
No, he doesn't though, does he?
prison break is strange. I think he's got a
He just
5-year-old
doesn't have
girl
that-
tattooed in his arm.
Yeah, let's not
He
talk
just
about
doesn't
it.
have
Yeah.
nice tattoos. does he?
No, I mean they're well done, but they're so odd.
Yeah.
But no,
Prison break was a bit.
I still think we're going to lose because I think City will be too much for us, and I think
what
Haaland will have an
Yeah,
effect.
that's
I do
what
think
I
Martinez is
thought,
going to
yeah.
pocket Haaland. I'm joking. It's going to be Ajax versus Dortmund remake from last year. We're going to win 4-0.
As good as Leacher is, I do think if Haaland's against him, he's going to look a bit.
Everyone looks bad against him.
Yeah, he can be as good as you want. It's
Yeah.
just, like, it doesn't matter.
Or even if
like-
you have a good game against him, he'll
Would
still
his
score.
would
so.
his height difference and like athletic ability against Martinez as well not?
No, I think because Haaland bullies anyone, no matter how big
Yeah,
he
he
is.
would
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
But
there's a massive
Haaland's played
difference.
against Martinez before. Martinez has come up with the upper hand. It was against a way worse team because he's playing for Dortmund, not
Yeah.
City.
Dortmund's
And Ajax probably on that day.
He's
were a
got
lot
more to
better
think
than
about
Dortmund.
now. As in, when he was playing Dortmund, he had just Haaland to think about because the rest of the team was
Yeah.
absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
And they
It's
were
like
poor
Man
in it
City
as
have
well.
got
We lost to
11
Rangers as well.
Man City have got literally 11 men that can hurt you. So.
Yeah, I think we'll lose, but
Not.
I don't.
I
it
think
won't-
it'll be admirable performance. I think
But
you'll
yeah,
be
it'll
I
be
think 2-0 or something.
I think we might score. I think we might score. No, I don't know.
3-1.
3-1. Reach for 3-1.
I don't think we'll score.
I think we get a pen.
I don't think he'll score. No.
I think we
pen.
get- I
A
think
pen
we get
early
a pen.
doors.
What, Henderson
Yeah,
rush out
yeah,
and be an idiot?
yeah.
You
We'll
always
get
score early on.
we'll get a
don't
pen. Yeah, we'll score really early on, and then we'll try and sit behind the ball a little
yeah,
bit,
it'd
and
be
it'll
like
be
1-0
just too
till
much.
like the
Yeah.
40th minute.
And then I'll
kick
pick
a
you apart
goal.
when 3-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
I'll
much.
go 2-0 or 2-1 City. I think City will win though.
Yeah.
But no, it's looking good. I'm happy with the signings. I think the signings are brilliant, and I think in January maybe looking for a backup goalkeeper. I'd take anyone. I'd take Sanchez, Raya.
Yeah.
Well, we're not getting Manuel from AC Milan, but I'd take any of them.
Mine
Are you doing the best player and worst player?
Oh, best player, Ericsson or Martinez. I'd probably edge at Ericsson,
Mate, yeah.
but
I say Eriksen.
I
Because
would.
he's been good the whole season. Martinez
Yeah.
did have a few shaky games, but he's been good since.
I will. Yeah, Martinez second,
Worst
Dallo third. I'll give you a top three.
Could you give us worst? There's not really been anyone.
I can't really pinpoint
Awful,
the worst
has
for
there?
you. Ronaldo.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
probably.
probably fair. Yeah, probably fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't even for the bands give the McTominay
He's
and
solid, you
McTominay
know.
and Ericsson double pivot's
I
been
think McTominay's
surprisingly
been really
been
good.
really good. Yeah,
because he's matured a lot. I
Yeah,
think.
Oh,
compared
yeah.
to
Go on.
like compared to the seasons before, it's
Yeah.
been a lot more better. Well,
and I think you have to put that down to having an actual good manager. I love him. I love Ten Hag
Well, you
so
just need
much.
someone to put his arm,
Yeah.
put your arm on him and go, look, you've got something clearly,
Yeah.
but you need to just do this better, do that better, not do so much of this. That's all we needed. Someone to just
Someone to
care for his
iron out
game.
his mistakes.
Yeah.
I love him so much. I've already said to Kiro, when we get a dog, he's being called Eric. We've signed it. We signed the dotted line. It's called Eric already.
Sign the dotted line.
She didn't really like Ten Hag or Hag or Ten, so we settled with
don't
Eric.
call your dog Hag,
No, call it 10.
you old hag.
Yeah, so we've almost settled with
No.
Eric.
I actually quite like
come here,
Hag. I really
Hag.
like
Eric,
Hag.
Eric the dog. It's gonna be spelled with a K, not a C. I love him. He's yeah,
quite a good dog name.
That's such
oh,
a
Eric.
bulldog name.
It was Eric. Yeah.
Such a bulldog name.
Golden
yeah.
Retriever, Golden Labrador, one of the two.
Oh
Yeah.
no, not a
No.
golden retriever. That's
Eric
not,
has
Eric
to
is
be
not a
like
golden
Eric is
a
retriever.
not a
hard
retriever.
type of dog.
Yeah, Eric needs
Eric
to
is
be
a
bit
bull
of
dog.
Maybe. Well, I'll
Eric
think
needs
about
to
it.
be a short nosed dog.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. Oh yeah. Or a white dog. He's bald. But no, this is what I mean. He's getting the better players. He's seen the Dallo improvements already.
Dallo's
We've
really
seen
good, mate.
improvements in Rashford's game. He's making the most out of him. He's seen improvements in McTominay. I don't think Fred's been incredible. I'd almost have Fred for worst player.
You've been playing higher up the pitch, right?
But that's because
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he's been awful.
I
I
don't
just,
think worst fair 'cause he's not been bad. He's just not
Yeah.
been as good as
Good.
everyone
I'll
else.
give
Yeah.
Ronaldo worst player, which
Yeah.
does hurt, but yeah.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Yeah.
True. He's correct.
So yeah, for the first time in the 4-0 podcast, I've enjoyed talking about Man United,
Well,
and I'm sure you're going to enjoy this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be
Happy.
another
Yeah.
Yeah.
once happy conversation.
Well, it's all changed now, mate, hasn't it? All we need to do is give Frank Lampard a bit of time, and we've reaped the rewards, haven't we? I'd say,
I must say your season's been as good as I quarter zip.
mates. Right, yeah.
It's so nice.
Some of the new range.
Get the mic away. Show the people. It's so nice.
Some of the new range.
Nice little
What's the
setup.
cost?
Uh,
I prefer not
Do you get it from evertonstore.com?
yeah,
I prefer not to speak.
40 or 50, I think, but
That's not 44 quarter zip's good. I think My United one's like
The
60.
loyal fans will know Legs does love a quarter.
I
zip.
love a
Yes.
It's his favourite thing in the world.
Donovan
Everyone
every
always
year.
do good training gear.
They
Remember
do.
last year it was
I've
pink.
I was going to wear the last year's, but I thought I'd go with this one today. No, it's unbelievable how much improvement has been. Even struggling with injuries a bit, not Calvert-Lewin all season.
As
Got
per
back,
usual.
yeah.
Losing Richarlison.
lost Richarlison. Didn't really replace him. Calvert-Lewin's been out. We've had a few injuries. Ben Godfrey got injured first game of the season. Mason Holgate's injured. Who's been good under Frank, to be fair, which is disappointing.
And
But
Ben Godfrey's great.
Godfrey's very good. He's versatile as well.
Yeah.
So, but no, it's been unbelievable. It's all down to the signings, though, isn't it? Really, Tarkowski and Cody.
You just knew there was solid signings.
Oh,
Very,
God.
very
Just
good.
knew
Two
it.
skippers at the back. It's absolutely
I can't believe you got Cody. I still
second
can't believe you
best
got Cody.
defensive record in the
Yeah,
league.
that
mate.
was.
Not bad.
I still can't believe you got Cody. Proper Liverpool fan.
And we'll definitely make that permanent as well.
Yeah.
100%.
I can't believe he left Wolves. I just can't believe he left.
I
Captain.
can't believe
I don't know
Wolves
why
let
I
him go.
can't.
I can.
Obviously.
They
I
TV
can't.
told him they want him to go.
Yeah, and he likes Merseyside.
'Cause they're playing a
too,
four.
so I can understand it.
Well, it's for his kids. It's the same with
Oh,
Tarkowski.
yeah.
He came to us because his kids live close to
That's
Burnley.
yeah.
and everywhere else,
That's what I mean. Yeah, I can understand in that way. I just like. You know, like remember him and
He's
Cara
missed the
had that
Wolves,
thing on
isn't he?
Sky Sport. Him and Cara had that thing on Sky Sports about Liverpool. He's the Wolves captain. He's been there for so long. It just was an odd move for him to go to Everton. But
I
he's
agree
been
on the
insane.
face of it's weird, but
But then obviously him being Scouse, it makes perfect
it
sense.
makes sense. And a lot of people had doubts over him because he was supposedly a Liverpool fan, which is whatever you want or the other, aren't you?
Cody's one of
No
those
one
characters,
cares
so it
anymore.
doesn't matter.
But he
doesn't
comes.
have,
That's what
like-
I'm saying. He comes and plays for the
He
club.
scored
And he
against
scored
Liverpool,
against them and went
mental.
absolutely berserk.
The first thing I did was
Gives me goosebumps thinking about it.
I watched it I watched it and I remember when it went in and a goal scorer ran off. The first I just pissed myself laughing. I could not stop laughing. I was like
Cody, yeah.
Cody against Liverpool and he was going mad as well.
He was
going
absolutely-
mad. And
Mate,
the Everton
honestly.
Dars would love that.
Oh my god, that's all you need. That's the thing. And I don't know if any of you seen it about Rafa Benitez. He did an interview for Sky the other week, didn't he?
yeah.
And he come out and said, "I didn't feel like I could do my job properly because I'm a red." Well,
Why take the job?
well, so that and then look at
Yeah.
Cody. He's come in. He's actually a Scouser.
At the end of
Yeah,
the-
he's an
like-
actual
He's
red.
been a red all his life, and he's come in and he's
At the
put
end
his
of the day,
body
though,
on the line
it's
for
a
us.
job, isn't it?
Well, that's what I said.
You
So
can't-
if you claim to be a professional and you can't do a job because
You
you're
don't walk in-
blinded
you
by
don't walk into an office and
ulterior
say,
motives.
I can't do my job properly because I worked for your rivals before.
Yeah.
Like,
I also think like loyalty in football doesn't exist anymore. It's like when we were linked with
No,
Calvin
no.
Phillips,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh well, he's Leeds 3-3. He's not going to come to United." He's like, it was
Offer him
like
enough.
Alan Smith was Leeds
Well, still,
3-3.
very
He
career,
left.
you might love your job somewhere, but if you go somewhere else and say you get paid more or you're close to home or whatever, you're going to take it, aren't you?
Yeah,
because
because it's football. You're just going to play
It's
football.
footy and he's a good bloke. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
His wife's an Everton fan, his kids are Everton fans. Do you know what I mean? It's nice.
Are they
for him.
actually?
Yeah, they are.
but
Yeah,
after he
but-
finishes playing
Heavy.
for Everton, it doesn't mean he's now an Everton fan.
No, but I think he is.
In turn,
It happened.
You get what I
Carragher was
mean?
an Everton
Like,
fan,
yeah,
mate.
you get what I
Gerrard
mean.
was an Everton fan. It happens.
yeah.
You know, if you've shown so much love, and
If you're
the
there
Everton
for long
fans
enough
love
and
him,
stuff
mate.
like that, yeah, but
The fans absolutely love him, so it's not hard to see why we signed him. Same with Tarkowski.
You've
both
got a really
brilliant.
likeable squad this season.
We do.
Really, really likeable squad.
I think
But-
we're everyone's sort of second team now, aren't we? Almost just because we've got some of the players that
Also-
have
I'm
I
going to
always
disagree with that. I think a lot of people hate a lot of Everton players.
No, I think a lot of people
Anthony
hate-
Gordon. A lot of people hate him for some
Mopay.
unnecessary reason. Mopay
Oh,
and
everyone hates
Richarlison.
Only
But
Arsenal fans hate Mopay
Yeah, I like Mopay.
a lot of people. I like Mopay as well because he's he's poo house. But
because he's a bit of
Who
a
else?
bit of a
Yeah,
knobhead,
guys.
which you need.
Yeah.
I get it with Gordon because he goes to grow. He's like that from Richarlison, but
His hair's a bit silly,
but the thing is, if it's the same
Very
with
lesbian.
Richarlison. If
Yeah.
if
Can I say
Gordon
that?
went somewhere else, everyone would love him like we do
We'll
with
find
Richarlison now. Richarlison's everyone's best mate now. He plays for the Champions League team.
I love Richarlison, and a lot. And you know, when you see people online doing like, "Oh, who do
I
you
love
hate the most?"
Richarlison.
I love Richarlison. I
Richarlison.
love that he's the villain because
Because
I
you'd
love
love
the
him to
villain.
play for your team.
Yeah.
It's like when he scored in the Champions League, to be fair, and he started bawling his eyes out.
He's lovely. You can tell how much of a good lad he is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
racially abused with it.
And a lot of English
Oh,
people
God,
hate him,
yeah.
and I just think it'd be the most amazing thing ever if he scored the winner in the World Cup final against England for Brazil. It'd just be the most incredible
I'd
thing ever,
celebrate.
and like shushed and shushed.
That's celebrate.
Yeah.
I wouldn't personally enjoy
As a
it,
non-English
sure.
fan,
Yeah,
that would be
I
the
would-
best thing
I
ever, in my opinion.
I would be like,
not
yes!
enjoy it.
Thank God for Charlton scored. I'd be like,
It'd be nice like redemption.
Oh no, it'd be the best thing ever for me. It'd just be
Yeah.
incredible. Like he just shushed the England fans. It would
if
just
he
be
can score
oh.
first, then we score two after, then you can have that.
No, a last minute winner. Or
No.
the winning penalty.
No, he can equalise
He doesn't
and then we'll
celebrate the
score
penalty,
it.
he just sits like this. It'd just be incredible. Or
Scores the
does
first
the
penalty.
pigeon. It would just be the most insane.
El Pidge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's.
Yeah, there's never been any doubt he was a very good footballer.
I'm glad people say
Yes,
that.
yes.
He gets the
Yeah.
credit he finally deserves.
Yeah,
I think-
people call him overrated.
There's a lot of true fans that
He was
know
playing
that
an
before,
awful
whilst
team.
he was at
Yeah.
Everton.
Yeah,
Awful.
it's like how do you judge if someone knows football or not? It's like if you
You-
think of Richarlison's
you
over.
then-
Alex Iwobi's.
Yeah, if they
You
read
start-
Alex
you
Iwobi or
start-
not, yeah.
When-
that one
once-
nowadays, like, everyone knows.
Yeah, once you start to realise they're a good footballer, you start to pick at little things. So people picked at things that you could get at him at for.
Yeah,
and
because
say
they
he was
didn't.
bad
Because they
footballer
didn't
for.
like him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like
Right, but if
it's
you
like
like
just-
him,
like
At the end of
just
the day,
fair
when
cuts.
you're playing against him, you don't want to play against him.
Yeah,
And that
because
means
he's
you're a
quick
good
and
footballer.
he gives you a bit of it.
Yeah.
Don't he? Do you know what I mean? There's not many
Yeah.
players like that left anymore.
You're a
give
good
you a bit
footballer
of
if you
it,
don't want to play against them.
Yeah,
It's quite simple.
exactly. Yeah, but no, it's been a good season for you. Where
Yeah.
you sit in the table?
So-
We are
13th.
now we're 14th, I think, and then
You-
are we 13th? And then Southampton are 14th.
I think so, but you're definitely 13th.
Something like that, yeah, because I was looking when I was doing my preview the other day.
Yeah, Southampton 14th, Bournemouth 12th.
Bournemouth 12.
Yeah.
Bournemouth on 8 points.
Yeah,
Wow.
they drew against
Your
Spurs,
boys?
beat Forest.
Yeah,
Beat
Mason's
Villa.
boys. Mason's boys.
What plastic.
How are you wearing that and
Oh,
smiling? That is so embarrassing.
It's wearing it with chain as well.
Blinged out. Blingy
Oh,
Bournemouth.
get it.
Wearing a Brighton top on tomorrow, so.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
That's his third team, Brighton.
No way. No way.
I'd rather Brighton win than Liverpool, so.
You're not going to wear a Brighton top,
I might have
though.
to call Tom Barnes and see if he wants to join
Yeah.
the Formula podcast.
Agreed, yeah. We'll keep Mason.
Oh,
That is
you're
really
not. You're not.
embarrassing.
No.
Why not?
What do
You're
you mean, why
right,
not?
Right, we're gonna put this on TikTok and Twitter, right? Can you wear another Premier League team shirt? No way. No.
I'm not
no.
supporting them for this season. It's that game.
So you're
don't
gonna
care.
put a Brighton top on for that game?
Yeah.
Are you-
I'm going.
oh,
I'm
what?
going.
No.
I wouldn't wear.
No.
Right, save his
Going
You
to
don't
the
have
games
to
is
wear
not
the
bad.
shirt to go to a
Going to
game.
going to the games
You
is
don't
not
have to
bad.
wear a
Wearing the
shirt.
shirt is like you're
You
wearing.
can go to the game as a spectator.
Yeah,
as a tourist.
because it's a football match. You're going to watch football, but
Yeah.
wearing the top is different.
In the same league,
that makes
wrong.
you a fan.
If Grimsby Town comes to the Premier League, I'd have to choose which one I wanted to wear.
Would you go week in, week out? So if Grimsby at home, you'd wear the Grimsby stuff. Everyone know you.
No, I'd have to choose one.
Like,
Who would
before
you
the
choose?
season.
If Grimsby played Everton,
You
who's
play
gonna
great.
win?
You
I
choose
pick
Grimbo.
Grimsby,
You
yeah,
because
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
It's well, you
Not in the next 10 years. It's not gonna happen.
You know, come on, man. No.
Come on, man. That's too easy.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
It's just that hometown thing, innit? Where
He's going home trying to think, why am I wearing a Bournemouth top? I'm talking to us, why am I wearing a Brighton top?
doesn't mean I
Yes.
support them. I'm just wearing it.
And
okay?
yes, you're gonna have a go at me, Northern Irish fan supporting Man United, Glory Hunter. Go on, just say it. I don't care. I'm wearing the matters today.
When it matters and you actually like, supporting them, you'd always go back to your hometown sort of thing.
If Brighton scored a last minute winner, will you kiss the badge?
No.
He will. Are you wearing it over your hoodie, or are you just gonna wear it just like Ben, just like?
He'll just reveal the top that says, I love Dennis Undav. He will. Dennis, me.
You
Dennis.
hate Robert
Dennis,
Sanchez.
Dennis.
You hate Robert Sanchez, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, why? He's
What?
He
hates
hates him. Robert Sanchez. He's brilliant.
He hates it because he's a
Better than
Brighton
both of
fan.
your keepers, you div.
Yeah.
He's
He
better than
is
some
now.
centre backs as
A
well.
one-armed Robert Sanchez is better than
Yeah,
Danny
true.
Ward.
Correct.
True that.
Robert Sanchez in a wheelchair with one arm. That'd be better.
Anyone's better than Danny Ward.
I reckon I do a decent
It's
job
still,
on the sticks for us.
Robert Sanchez in a wheelchair would still be positionally better than Danny Ward.
Danny,
Correct.
Yeah, Robert Sanchez on the bench would still be better positionally than Danny
Robert Sanchez
Ward.
at Brighton would be positionally better than Danny Ward at Leicester.
It'd be as much use, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
it could be a different post.
He could go to the wrong pitch.
You
still
could
do
turn
a
up to the
better
training
job.
ground
You could
and
think
he'd
they're
still,
away, but
he'd
like
still
at
have a better
Through
chance
some
at
like
saving.
telekinesis, you like
Yeah.
make it
Any
say.
time to a Sunday League game is like 8 pitches
Like
on one field.
Someone gets one number wrong in a postcode,
Yeah.
it's like 10 miles away, it still makes more sense.
He put an M in instead of an L, and he ends up in Manchester instead of Liverpool.
He ends up in the 4 podcast studio and stuff makes more
He's just
sense.
sat there.
Hello, Robert.
Welcome on to the pod, Robert Sanchez.
Imagine how weird that would be.
Right.
Well,
I want to move on to something because I forgot we were doing it. Let's talk.
Best and worst player.
Oh,
First,
sorry.
quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's a best as
Poor
well.
Well, if I say best, I have to say out it's a Wellby, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I
Give me a
get
top
you
three. Give me a top
beef,
three. Give me a top
beef?
three.
Right, top three, I'm going to go Wellby top.
Beef.
Oh, God, I can't give a three. Would
No, it
be
has
that
to be
good.
Conan
Tark.
Tarkovsky.
Tark.
No, see, because
Tark.
Onana's been really good for us as well.
Not as good as Conan
No,
Tarkovsky.
mate, no,
Really-
honestly.
I know,
he's
I know
that
he's
good.
been really good.
No,
but,
listen, I
like,
promise you, he's so good.
I know he's
You
really
said
good,
so
yeah.
many midfield issues last year.
And now he's
Yeah,
solved
that's
them.
very good.
Yeah.
Mate, it's unbelievable. And we've got Garner as well to
He's
come
not
in
a
as
goalie
well.
baller. It's unbelievable.
We've got Garner and Garner to come in. It's Mr. Garner to come back like he's never been gone. And James Garner as well looked really good for England.
Is he yet to play?
Not played yet, no.
Not yeah.
Played for
hasn't
England
played.
under 21s, looked really good.
With Gordon.
Yeah, both
Yeah.
Gordon
Oh,
both played, yeah.
cute.
Gordon
Isn't
got
that
2
cute?
assists, I
That's
think,
really
which was
cute.
nice.
Oh, voice break.
So yeah, top 3, anyway, I'll finish it now. Top 3, Iwobi,
Tark.
Tark,
Yeah.
and Conor Cody. No, Patterson, no, Pickford.
Oh,
He's got 6 players in his top 3.
No, right,
say
can,
the
no,
whole
right, can I refine it?
You
Right, listen.
He said
No,
Onana was going
no.
second, and
Right.
then he didn't even put Onana in the top 3
Right,
or
no,
in the
listen,
honourable
right,
mentions.
listen. Right, listen. Genuinely, in my opinion, this is it. Iwobi. Patterson needs to be in there. Iwobi, Tarkovsky, Patterson.
Okay.
final submitted in.
Yeah, and worst player,
Worst.
Salomon Rondon.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Go away.
Yeah.
He's off anyway. Thank God.
Right. We're going to talk about what we're wearing really quickly, and then we're going to do some ball and no balls.
Okay, sound. I'm wearing Maccabi Tel Aviv home shirt from about 6 years ago, I think. No,
Hotness.
got it on mystery kits. I'm not going to say the website.
No,
we're
I-
not sponsored.
Hashtag no lad.
But yeah, it's a nice little shirt. It's a bit like just an Adidas template. Looks a bit like
What
a
league
Sweden
do they
away
play?
shirt.
What country are they from?
Israel, isn't it?
Israel, yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Israel.
I know
With the
they've
Star
won
of
the league.
Judah
a
on
lot.
it.
Palestine.
They've won the World Cup 4 times as well, which is quite cool.
Oh dear. Right.
Yeah.
Don't
I'm
ask
wearing
him,
a
we
shirt I also
The El
got from
Plastico.
I don't know where
El
about
a
it.
Plastico.
mystery shirt box.
Shut up, Mason.
We're not
It's
sponsored by
Why
any
did you
shirt
let-
companies
It's
yet.
this little team called Bournemouth.
You could just like say
Yeah.
no Premier League teams now, but you still thought, nah, I might
I
get Brighton
forgot.
one.
I forgot to put that on. So yeah,
Ropey.
we'll move on.
I am wearing a player issue. I only did this segment so I told with this. I'm wearing a player issue. Mine Ballymara top. This is the actual Ballymara top. They play in the Northern Irish Championship. So basically what Ballymara does is, because they're like quite a small club in a small area of the
No, mate,
country.
they're massive. Don't worry about it.
They are huge.
And it's terrible.
So what they do is you sponsor a player's shirt for £50. So, and then at the end of the season you get to wear it. So my mate was up for running. My mate was up for grabs, and Henry, he's a barber, and shout out to Henry. So he plays centre back, and he was on the list. He was wearing. I'll turn around.
Hello.
Oh, there we go. Very
Hello.
professional. as
Number
well.
25.
No name on the back now?
No, not
afford
yet.
it?
We're getting name in the back next season.
Yeah.
It's not a requirement. Like no championship teams have it. It is a bit annoying. But his name's
Yeah,
Miskimmon,
but it
so it's
means
quite
you can,
difficult
it
to
means
put
you
in
can
the back of
like save kits and money and stuff, doesn't it?
the shirt.
Yeah, that's
Watch
what we
them
do
wear
at
it
Sunday
next
League level.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's a requirement next season, not this
Oh,
season. So it's a
okay.
requirement.
Leveling up, have I?
Yeah.
Nice.
The money's come in. But no, so Henry actually didn't get a playout game for the first team, so it's basically brand new. So I'm very happy with it. This is last season's. This season's is actually really nice though. But this
Have
I
you,
like this.
have you
like that.
sponsored him again? Or?
Not
you
yet, but I
sponsor
will
them?
do. Not yet, but I will do because the top is really nice. So
Lovely.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like it.
right.
We've already mentioned yours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just Everton's new range of training gear. It's very nice. Features the chevrons
I love
of
the yellow
Hummel.
and blue.
Yeah.
Keep
Right.
going.
Ball or no ball?
Yeah, we've
we'll
got 5
do-
minutes for
We'll do
a
a
few
couple.
ball or no balls.
We'll do a couple.
Bring back
Yeah, let's do some
the
ball
best
no balls.
series.
It would have been nice to talk about the Premier League as a whole, but I've really enjoyed this episode.
Yeah.
I need to try
Talk
and
about our
find
own
this
clubs
week,
was enough
so-
because we covered a lot of the Premier League while we were talking about it.
Yeah.
Next
We
week
did.
we'll talk about the Premier League.
The
Or at
best,
some point we'll
the
round it up.
best segment on.
Oh, right. I'll start
podcast,
with
YouTube.
Reese's
We
one
did the
from-
intro. Welcome to Ball or No Ball.
Ball or no ball.
I've missed
So-
that sound.
Reese is get put in today. He said, on form, Diogo Dalot is the second best right back in the league, behind Reece James.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
On form, Reece James not been great this season.
Nah, Reece seems pretty good.
Yeah.
Alright.
I wouldn't say he's been the best.
Not been better than
I'll
he
tell-
was
I'll
last
tell-
season. Is that just because Chelsea have been underperforming, or am I going mad? Or
I think
what?
Reece James is probably Chelsea's best player at the minute.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, in a terrible team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what he's trying to say here is give Dallo appreciation for how good he is and put him in the top bracket of right backs this season
did he say he's the second best on form, or the
I'll
second
go
best
to
in the league?
on form.
He
On
said,
form
in the
he
league.
said, he said Diogo Dalot's the second best right back in the league, and then replied to that saying, at the moment anyway, like on form.
I don't think he's been worse than James this season. I think he.
You want to put him above James?
No, probably on par. But the best right back in the league this season has
Nathan
been
Patterson.
Nathan Patterson, and that's not biased.
He's up there.
Can any of you disagree with me? Can you give me a reason? Second best defensive record in the league.
Yeah.
Up and down.
I'm gonna go Dallo just
been
for his
good,
I'm gonna go Dallo just for his improvements, but I obviously would have seen a lot more of Dallo than I have of
Trippier.
Patterson. I've watched a lot of Patterson this season. I have, but I've watched more Dallo, and I'm gonna back my boy.
I think
Trippier has to be have a shot, yeah.
Yeah, just for his free kick against City, really.
And his FPL points.
I think Trippier's been good, but again, he's
not as good.
He
as
could be
Patterson
better
at
than
Dallo.
he is.
I'm not saying he's been
he's
better.
been no, he's
Yeah, you haven't watched every game. He has been very, very solid.
Yeah,
He's been solid, but
Trippier has been good.
he's not been as good as he can be. He's still been good.
No, but he was against City when he played against Foden. Foden did absolutely nothing. He was very, very good defensively. And everyone says, "Oh, his all-round game isn't that good," and then he does that, and then scores a free kick. It's like
Yeah.
kind of a more perfect game at right back if you tried.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna say Ball for that because he's. I don't think the tweet is about Reece James. I think the tweet is about Dallo.
You can't really not agree with this statement.
Yeah, and I think Dallo on form is one of the
Yeah,
best right
Ball.
backs in the league, definitely.
The next one's my favourite one, potentially of all time ever.
Oh, what?
Oh,
I've not seen it. Is it
no.
new?
It's from Toby Coxon. A couple of weeks ago, we did do one and forgot to do it.
Newcastle
Apologies.
related.
It's not Newcastle related, actually.
Oh,
Is it not?
It
It's like
is-
Alan
is
Shearer.
it Newcastle related?
Not.
Sorry, not Newcastle. Is it England related?
I was going to say, all right. Brace yourselves. Neither Nunes or Haaland will score more than 15 goals. Thank you for watching this week's episode of the
This was
Fallen
from
Podcast.
our
Right.
impromptu summer episode, weren't it?
This was a while ago, right?
It was
And,
from the 5th
Can we not
of
pretend it was from that last
July,
week?
August.
August, yeah.
So it was a day before the season
It
started.
was a 50-50 dub.
Right. I'm gonna defend him here because I said in a TikTok that Haaland won't score more than 15 goals, but I said Haaland won't play more than 25 games due to injuries.
Can I bar both of you from this?
Haaland's never finished it, like completed a full season in his life. I just thought
doesn't
adapted
need
to the Premier
to.
League. I said he'd get 15 goals, just didn't think he'd play more than 25 games, which would mean he couldn't score any more, if that makes sense. It was per for me. It was a massive miss. It was, and I'm gonna come to Toby's aid here. Also a huge miss from Toby.
Toby deserves no credit for that tweet.
No, he doesn't. He
If
doesn't.
we go
No.
to the
He
Nunes
should be stripped of his verification
Nunes
on
is
Twitter.
more-
Nunes
Okay.
won't score more than 15.
If we go to the
Nunes.
Nunes part of it,
If we're
Yeah.
talking about just Premier League, get nowhere near 15.
No, I think Nunes will score 15.
Not
No,
in,
not
not
in
in
the
all
Premier League.
comps, maybe, but not
No,
Premier
not
League.
Premier League. He scored.
Why not?
Mitrovic will outscore him.
Yeah, 100%. I would add that.
To be fair, I did say Mitrovic scored 12 plus, so there's
Yeah,
every
he did.
cloud.
I said he wouldn't, but
Yeah, every cloud.
I think Haaland will score
Oh,
35.
Oh, Haaland
There
Haaland
could
won't
be a
score.
record
Haaland would
though.
hit 25 plus easily.
He
Oh,
could
yeah.
come
I
to
would
it.
completely retract
He
my
could-
statement.
what
If
is
he
the
says
record?
fit,
What is the record?
30
33,
In a-
32,
32.
in a 38 game season, it's 32.
Yeah.
So that's what you go
It's
off.
34 in a 44 games.
Yeah,
Season,
it was,
46 or something. Alan Shearer.
Oh, was it Shearer? Was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Andy Cole might have hit
Cole,
something
yeah.
similar.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm
That's
trying
horrendous.
to find ones that are like not like bet stop right now because these were from like 2 months ago.
Yeah, they were.
I just want to see him stay fit. He's never.
Yeah,
I-
for the,
I do hope
for
he
the good
does,
of record's
just-
sake,
yeah.
I hope he gets.
And
the
it is
credit
quite
deserves
funny
for
every
how
time he
good
scores. It's quite funny every time.
Yeah, I
he
love
scores.
the
I have
interviews as well.
I have a little chuckle of myself.
He's a good lad, isn't he?
It's, you know, like, oh, City have scored. You always go to someone like, oh, wonder who.
Yeah,
God.
and you expect
Apart-
one time not to be him. and it
Apart from that
always
game
is
against
him.
Bournemouth, when they
Did
scored about
I-
4
yeah,
he didn't
did-
score any.
yeah.
Yeah,
Did
apart from
I-
that game against Bournemouth. I was watching a Balmar game with
That's
someone
mad, isn't it? He
beside me.
didn't score against Bournemouth,
Yeah.
but he still scored 11 goals this season. That's
Yeah,
mad,
it's
isn't
just
it?
Two
ridiculous,
hat-tricks.
yeah.
How
in
mad
8
is that?
games.
Ridiculous,
Oh,
yeah.
guy stinks.
I think I can only really do one more because
Yeah, that's fine.
the rest of them are a bit like.
Yeah.
Iffy.
Are you doing Tom Barnes as one?
Oh, the Tom Barnes one.
Yeah, the new one.
Just read
I'll read it out.
I know what
find
it
He
is.
the
said
other one
Raheem
while-
Sterling's
Uh,
very
I
underappreciated
forgot
as a
what I was gonna
footballer.
say.
Oh,
He
had
said
this
Raheem
discussion-
Sterling
yeah.
is one of the most underrated,
Yeah.
We had this
underappreciated
discussion in the
players.
flat the other day.
And
and
I'll-
He is.
I'll agree.
agreed with him.
100%.
Yeah.
7 disagree.
Yeah.
I agreed.
100%.
No, 7 agreed.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't think he would
totally.
actually, but I think he would agree.
It's just what he did for England at the last major tournament as well. It's just
I
it
think-
showed.
He should have got England Player of the Year, by the way.
What I
Otherwise,
think
Oh,
it
yes,
is,
yes.
what I think it is with Sterling is, you know, when he first broke out at City and he had that reputation of
Or
missing
Liverpool,
loads of
wasn't it?
chances. No, when he first broke out at City, because he moved from Liverpool, he was all
Yeah.
right, but then City really pushed him on
Yeah.
there. He had that reputation of missing loads of chances before scoring, and I think he's sort of shook that off a little bit in the last few years, but people don't really give him credit for it. You know that season he scored like
In 17-18, he had more
Yeah.
goal contributions than Messi.
Yeah.
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 He had like
Yeah.
50. He had like 50
but
goal
that season he didn't
contributions.
miss loads of chances, did he? It wasn't. I don't think he was. You know, he wasn't
He's-
getting loads and loads of chances. He was putting them away, and he had all sorts of goals.
People
in
just
his
point
locker.
out when he does miss chances, but they don't realise how many he creates. and
He's
how many
His
also
posi-
he's also
his
very
positional-
easy to take the mick out of. The way
Yeah,
he runs.
Agreed. Yeah.
And also the whole like racism abuse he's been under as well. Like he does get a lot of scrutiny
Yeah.
from the public eye. The
People treat
public
it as a
hate
joke
him.
for
A lot of
this,
newspapers hate him.
Yeah,
a lot of the media
main,
hate him.
Main tabloids hate it.
But
Yeah,
once again,
for no
it's-
reason. Remember, he got a gun tattoo, and people were like, "Oh,
Yeah.
he's promoting gun crime
But
and
like-
stuff." It's
Because his dad got
Yeah,
killed or
literally,
something,
that's
wasn't
exactly
it?
the
Yeah,
reason
it's
for
like
it.
going back to with Richarlison. They find something else to go at because
Yeah, because we don't want to
they don't
admit
want,
that
they
you're a good
can't
footballer.
talk about
He's
his footballing ability because his attacking position is one of the best in the world.
Yeah.
He's always in the right position.
Well, that's why it's
I was
for
just
City.
about to say that, I was just
because
about to say that.
they put so many balls across. It's like Howard now.
Yeah.
When Sterling wasn't playing, if they didn't have Howard, they'd be putting loads of balls across the box, and there was no one at the back post.
Yeah, because he didn't have a proper
That's why they now
striker.
score so many
Yeah.
goals. Yeah.
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 And I think, and I honestly say, you know, like Ronaldo gets the praise for his anticipation in the box, his movement. Cavani got praise as well. Sterling's anticipation
Like
and
knack,
the
innit?
positions he gets into
Yeah.
in the box is one of the best in the world, in my opinion. He's
Not
one of the
only that,
best in the
though,
world at it.
He's a very good dribbler.
Oh
He
yes,
is.
his pace and ability to take someone on is
Like,
ridiculous.
maybe not as good as like now. He's not.
He's
what-
not
what
elite
he
level,
was,
yeah,
but
but he's very good.
Prime City, you couldn't defend against him.
No.
you just
No,
couldn't.
very true.
Like,
That's why he scored so many
Because you
goals for
can't
England in the
touch
Euros.
him.
But because he's not a footballer, you realise he don't score all these worldy goals, dribble past 5 players and score. He just scores a good amount of goals.
He gets himself in a
It's
good
because
area.
for someone
It's so
it's because
much-
for someone his height and stature, you'd expect him to be different to
Like
exactly.
Theo
what he is.
Walcott, where he's
Yeah.
all pace, he just runs the
Yeah.
players, takes the ball, passes
But
and
he's
runs
got
on.
more to his, he's got some of the traits of a classic number 9, hasn't he? Even though
Yeah.
he's loads smaller than one. He's,
But like
he's
with
got
the
his
centre
His
straight-
back-
football
as
brain is
well.
ridiculously good.
With the age of
Yeah,
Twitter
agreed.
and TikTok and football, how it is now, because you don't score those goals that you couldn't, or put a fancy tune over and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
compilation goals.
Yeah.
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 Agreed.
But
Completely
he
agree.
When
gets
not
the
makes
job
two
done.
people flip flop someone.
That's just
Yeah.
not who he is, though.
No.
Yeah, exactly. But that's why. He
Yeah,
gets
like a Yannick
underappreciated.
Batty compilation looks better than a Sterling one, but doesn't mean he's
Yeah,
he's an
like
alpha player.
the younger people growing up now won't.
The compilation merchants.
Yeah.
It's like Olivier Giroud
100%.
will look like one of the best players ever.
Yeah.
When people make a compilation about
His
him.
goal
yeah,
compilation is a joke.
Yeah, they'll think he's honestly one of the best players ever. Like Sterling, like that's what you look back to the Euros and the goals he scored for England. A lot of them are tap-ins, but you can't be a tap-in. That doesn't exist. That's anticipation in the box.
Yeah,
That's
I've never
spatial
got that,
awareness.
yeah.
That's losing your man, getting yourself in the right
football.
area,
It's like when everyone
knowing where
was-
the ball's going to come. It's an art scoring tap-ins. It actually is.
Well, that's the thing. It was like when everyone was having a go at Ronaldo last season for the goals he scored. But what do you want to do? Not be in the box and not score
Yeah.
it? I don't get it.
I was like,
Scoring
we're not.
a goal, you're
Is
doing
it
your
also
job at the
penalty
end of the day.
merchant?
Yeah, I hate that.
That doesn't
Admit
exist.
it, yeah.
Scoring a penalty is also a very high level skill as well because you're coming up against a professional goalkeeper who's trained to
You've
see
got to
shots.
You put what?
Yeah.
accuracy
Between
into
30 and 80,000 people as well in that stadium, especially if you're away.
If you're a penalty merchant, then someone throwing darts, like Phil Taylor is a penalty merchant then as well because he's doing exactly the same
Yeah.
thing, hitting a target.
Well, the thing is, the
from
keepers,
about 12 yards
the
out,
keepers
whatever it is.
learn what your patterns are for where you go.
The stats, obviously, what pick
They
from
have
the water bottle and
bottles on
stuff.
them.
Yeah.
So if you
It's
can still
not-
score
The
like a
research behind
professional
it, yeah.
it's
Just be so
it's
consistent,
incredible.
like Harry Kane is. Like so
Yeah.
consistent. Every single penalty just goes in.
It's
Penalty
people don't realise-
variation
good
as
penalty.
well.
Penalties are tactical.
Yeah.
People don't realise that. Penalties are tactical. aren't
It's
they?
a
'Cause you can't
skill.
just
It's
blast
a
the ball
high-level skill,
like
yeah.
30 years ago.
But once again, the only people that say tap and merchant, penalty merchant are people under the age of 17
It's
that have a
Twitter.
footballer
It's-
as their profile picture.
It's
They don't have,
always-
they don't
it's
have a
always
they
the
don't have a
football,
profile
the
picture.
profile
Surprise! Yeah,
always.
that's how you judge something. You go on
Oh,
Twitter.
God.
Does his
Not one
pub
having
with his
a comment
profile
on it,
picture
is it?
next. You know what I mean? So it's like that other day, like the Brandon Williams video about Maguire, and someone was like, "Who is this guy?" The guy had Pogba as his profile picture, and he's asking who Brandon Williams is. Like, are you serious? Also, Brandon Williams, if any of you's heard the video, he is absolutely
Speaks
spot
well,
on.
doesn't
he? Oh, yeah,
he is
yeah.
spot
Spot
on.
on,
I mean, I
yeah.
think he's a couple pints deep.
But even still,
But-
he's not making himself look bad, is he?
No, and everything he says is absolutely spot on,
Yeah,
and
I agree.
and
I think
it's
it's
about
what
time footballers
you
start
need,
speaking
yeah.
out about this.
So it's one thing. I know it's James Manning plays for Leicester, but his interviews are so. It's not the standard PR response that they're all taught in their media training.
Yeah.
Like Jude
He is
Bellingham,
so-
he's honest.
Oh,
It's
I
yeah.
from-
listen to Bellingham
It's
interviews, yeah.
their emotions that
Yeah.
they're taught with, and I think we need more of it in football.
It's like
Yeah.
Rice
It's just-
after them
yeah.
games where the referees were terrible. Wasn't it?
The
You've got to speak your
Europe
mind
League,
sometimes,
Yeah.
the Frankfurt game, yeah.
I like it.
You've got to-
They show a care as well.
You've
don't
got
they?
to talk rather than off a script.
Yeah,
Like a
it's
lot of footballers do
it's like
these
if you
days.
lose like a semi-final or a final, or like if Bellingham lost, was it the German Super Cup final
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah,
And he was like,
referee.
yeah.
yeah.
I was like, you expect someone to come onto camera and conduct yourself properly? You just lost a game. You've lost a game that you've trained
Yeah, you
for,
stick, you
worked
stick
for.
a mic in the face after
Yeah.
you've just lost a final.
Imagine what one of us would say. Imagine what the average person would say.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my
but
God.
you've got
Yeah.
people who are just sitting there, oh, we're all unlucky. Some decisions didn't go our way.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
we
classic.
were the
oh,
worst
God,
team on the
I
day.
hate
It's like
Stuff like that.
Nigel
Just
Pearson.
say it how it is.
Nigel Pearson was made a villain for talking out to
Yeah.
journalists and
I
stuff
think
like that.
one thing
And
that-
as sports journalist students, we probably should be defending the journalists, but no.
No.
He's
No, but
Speaking
I think
honestly, yeah.
it's good as a journalist to get an honest response.
Yeah, I'd
because
much rather do an
people want to
interview.
hear
Yeah,
that, don't
exactly.
they?
Yeah.
That's
People
exactly.
want to
Yeah,
hear
they don't want to
what
hear
players
it.
actually have
I'd
to
much
say.
rather, as much as it could be awkward at the time, face to face, you're getting better content at the end of the day.
Yeah.
One thing that has helped, like the younger players this generation, like Bellingham, he's grown up watching Premier League football, where it's so like they're interviewing everyone all the time. So he's watched so many post-match press conferences and all this, so he knows what to say and how to say it
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
how it's come across. So he has that's been ingrained into his mind from very, very young. And then on top of the media training that he will have got from England and Borussia Dortmund, because he's
Yeah,
always like,
100%.
as soon as they play in the Champions League, it's always Bellingham.
Because he speaks English.
Yeah.
He's English, yeah.
Yeah, like,
so
no one else will get it,
I think
ever.
I think Dortmund must have said to Bellingham as soon as he came in, he's like, you need media training now.
Yeah, like now.
Because
And
you're
he's
the
17,
poster
don't
boy
care.
of this club.
Yeah.
It's like anytime
Yeah.
we play in Europe, anytime
Especially
we
now.
play on BT
Everyone's
Sport or
talking
whatever.
about it, yeah.
They always do. It's always
Because
a feature on
you're the
Bellingham.
English player, you're the wonder kid, you're the one that speaks English well. You're on the
Especially
camera.
now Sancho and Haaland have both gone. It's just like, who did Dortmund have? Bellingham.
You are
Yeah.
representative.
It's the first player
Yeah.
you name now. It's Bellingham. Like,
Yeah, but that is where we're going to wrap
We'll
up
go
this
back
episode.
back to the Sterling statement as well, where it started. It's
Oh, it's ball,
massive,
definitely.
massive.
It's 100% ball.
But it's
Huge
probably
ball.
it's probably one of the best we've had on this podcast, where you think about it and then you realise it's actually very
Yeah,
much
it's good
ball.
debate.
Like,
Yeah.
it's one that will create debate, but I think it's
and that's why he's
100%
replacing
right.
you on the podcast. Right.
Gamble, give him abuse on Twitter for wearing a Brighton top tomorrow night.
Yeah.
I can't believe you're doing that.
Yeah, embarrassing.
Anyway,
I'll
yeah,
send you a photo.
that you better. It'll go up on Twitter and we'll give you abuse.
Yeah.
Um,
Abused. Right. Okay.
pardon me.
Right.
I didn't want to burp my breath. Come on, it's just all smelly. Right, so that's where we're going to wrap the podcast up. We will see you next week. It'll go out tomorrow. So the Northland Derby, we're going to finish it off with Northland Derby, Manchester Derby predictions. Sorry, we have to.
Yeah. True.
Okay, yeah.
We have to.
Quickly. You first.
Where was that in? What, both at once?
And yeah,
Yeah.
Northland Derby. Will we do it
Manchester-
first?
No explanation.
Well, which one am I
just
doing
scores.
first?
Just
Northland
a
Derby?
score. Yeah,
Just
Northland
Just
Derby
score,
score.
no explanation. Go.
I think I think 3-1 Arsenal.
2-1 Spurs, 2 counter-attacking goals.
2-2.
Remember Arsenal at home, mate. We've not lost at Spurs at home in 20 years.
2-1 Spurs.
3-2 Arsenal.
2.
3-2 Arsenal.
Oh, okay.
And what is it, Manchester
Manchester
Derby?
Derby.
3-1 City.
2-1 and 2-0 City.
4-1 City.
2-0 City.
Right.
And the East Midlands derby.
Shut up. Right, let's
Who's,
move on.
who's playing on that?
I actually don't know who's playing. I'm not even joking.
I'm joking. Leicester and Forest. Right.
Oh,
Christ.
Who we actually doing that?
Yeah.
No, I was only joking. About Cam.
6-0 Forest.
That was just what I was going to say.
Depends who's in goal, actually.
2-0 Forest.
3-1 Leicester.
0-0.
3-1.
Where is it? At King
A
Power.
game,
Actually, it doesn't. Danny
A
Wilson
game-
goal 4-4.
a game with Leicester in it has
This
goals
is
in
good.
it.
Respect. Respect.
Respect.
Right. Thank you very much for watching.
Yeah.
We will see you back next week. I hope you have enjoyed the first episode. Leave us some feedback down below and leave your ball and no balls down below to feature in the podcast
Follow the
episode.
Twitter.
Make sure to follow the Twitter, the Instagram, and the TikTok. They're all exactly the same. 4-0 podcast, and we will see you next week. Bye bye.
Bye.